Hey everyone, welcome to Objection, Celebrity Court Chatter. It's our night episode today. We are having some special guests. It's the TikTok crew who I've been hanging out with every night for the past week. I've been over talking to the TikTok citizens, showing them love. Oh, am I echoing? Okay, hold on. I had the YouTube up. Sorry about that, y'all. I was echoing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Doesn't need no introduction. Our very own Elsie. We all know her. She's a fellow TikTok sleuth.
Thank you.
The founder of FAFO and Associates, which I know that it's more like law related, but I like to think of it as a law/detective agency. Okay?
It is.
Okay. Because I was like, she's super sleuth over on TikTok. I love all her work. We also have Reddit Clark in the house, who got us the recording. And we have Carol, who is the founder and creator of docketupdates.com, which is where you can find all the stuff related to Baldoni versus Wayfarer and all the adjacent cases. And I know we've talked about dockets a bunch on this channel. So she said she'd agreed to come on the show with me when I do the docket show. And all the other different dockets, like the Diddy docket, the Demore docket. We talked about several different dockets on the show. So this will be a new one that we can add to our collection of web dockets. And she offered to come on. So how are you guys today? How is it being on YouTube as opposed to, because I know Elsie knows YouTube.
I'll let everybody go. Then I'll go.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's definitely a different platform, and this is a first time for me. So I hope the audience is a little forgiving.
Yeah, and Christina, let me put this up right here. She said that we're both on live. So y'all, if y'all want to go on Elsie's, if the chat's a little cooler over there, y'all can go to Elsie's. Y'all can stay here.
There's different chat.
I don't mind at all. She's like, are we gonna split our views? Like, if you guys want to go support Elsie's channel, I want to go support Elsie's channel. I'm a big supporter of Elsie.
Wait, what's the last comment you see? I want to know. Are we really splitting the comments? I feel like we get everything. No.
Yeah, I get everybody's comments. Yeah, streaming.
Yeah. Chris, and the last person I have is streaming both.
Usually people will stream both sometimes. Or
that is so cool.
Because I usually have smaller creators on here, and so I like them to get like watch hours and stuff like that. So people will get like 2 computers or like streaming both, or like get their husband's computer, whatever. So thank you for all the citizens. Quick shout out to Laura and Christina, who happens to be Elsie's mom too. So they're doing double duty today.
Hi, you guys. Okay, so I guess I'll say how I'm feeling being here, because you guys know I've been MIA for like I feel like 8 months is an exaggeration.
You haven't been live in 8 months.
I feel like I might be exaggerating, but I haven't been live.
You went live with Lauren just not that long ago, like 2 months ago.
Well, yeah, I mean like my own live. Like I've hopped on live with Lauren, like while I'm in a car or like I'm lying on the couch. Like I haven't done this in like a good, I feel like 6 months might be accurate, but they know why. They check in with me.
Can you see the comments? They're asking if you can see the comments. You can see the comments on the right.
Clark, you and Carol can see the comments?
I just had to pull YouTube up on a different screen.
Oh, because you're on your phone, huh?
Yes, I'm on my phone.
You're on your phone.
But I could see it on the computer.
If you're on the computer, Clark, the comments should be on the side of this StreamYard. There's a top on the top right.
I see them.
Okay, cool. Clark, how do you like being on YouTube versus TikTok?
I don't live stream on anything, so this is my second.
This is the first anyway.
This is my second one.
I'm letting
we have a great show for y'all today. I put together something super special for Eldrick. I was telling her, I was like, I was nervous to put together the show because I wanted to really put together something good for y'all. I know all day today we've been me, Clark, and Else and Carol woke up together this morning. Not next to each other, but we all woke up.
Hey, get the intimacy coordinators if you're gonna be talking like that.
So we were all over there on TikTok this morning, and I'm sure that we've all heard the phone call. If you have one of the few people that has yet to hear the phone call, it is in the description linked on Docket Updates. Something that I thought was really cool is that Clark went out this morning way early in the AM to go get the call, and it was given to Carol to put on her website. I'm going to pull it up here. It's called Docket Updates. It's linked in the description if you guys want to go see it. And I just thought it was really cool because, like, here's credit to Clark, Reddit Clark right here, giving him all the credit, all the flowers. The recording is here. So not only did it have the recording, there was also a transcript by @BigSis. So it was a collaborative effort from a bunch of creators. And we also had the metadata, which is what we're going to start our show with today, as well as some stuff with the transcript. We're going to go over it. We're not going to play the full entire call. We're going to go through all the bits and pieces that interested us, because at this point, I know I've already watched like 6 or 7 creators with the call. I've listened to the call three times. So we kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a different show today. Okay, so we're going to start with the metadata first. And Clark was talking about how he put it through some other metadata stuff, but did you pretty much get the same thing that
I got the same things that you
Carol
got. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys, also, I want to give a call out to the real hero here, the person who gets me up at the crack of dawn every day. It's my little buddy Maxwell. He's the best. He's like half bulldog and half demon and half rooster.
Half demon.
I think
he gets me up at the crack of dawn, don't you, buddy?
He's so cute. Did you take him with you to the courthouse?
I cannot do that.
No pets allowed.
I don't think they let me in.
I think they like you enough. They'll probably let you get away with it.
Yeah, and shout out. I thought you were about to shout out the court clerks.
Honestly, I thought that's where it was going to.
I got nothing but love for the court clerks. They are the professionals.
I'm gonna put us down here so we can kind of see the visual. I usually make us a little bit smaller. Is that cool for y'all? Let me know if y'all like it the other way around or if this is cool.
That works.
Chat. Eldrick, if you want to star some of your comments, I don't know if you can. Try starring one and see if it works.
I love that you think I
can
know how to do
it and
that.
just read them.
I love that you think I know how to do that.
Just on the right of the StreamYard. Like, are you watching the comments on the StreamYard? There's a little star.
Christina normally would do that for me. I don't know how to do that.
You don't know how to do it. That's okay. It's okay. I'll
Another reason why I stopped.
I'll make sure I check the comments. Like every here and there, because that's one of my things when I'm doing the show and I got stuff pulled up. So we're going to go through the metadata and what was really super important in it. One of the things was that it was a voice memo. So we know that it came from her Apple iPhone, right? Yes. And that it was a voice memo. So I know that there's theories that, let me see, where was it? I'm looking for the title real quick. There was theories that, is it up here?
The title? Right there. Go a little bit up.
No, because that says live. Oh shoot, I don't know what I did.
It's on page 4.
What did I do? Oh, I think it's. Oh, there we go. On page 4. Okay.
It's at the top of page 4. Yeah.
Okay, because one of the things I noticed was that she titled it Steve Sarowitz. Right here, Steve S. Call. Right here, Steve S. Call 829. Y'all see that? So this is what the title was in the memo. But one of the things I found weird was that the actual file title was Live MR. So I'm wondering if this was like what they put it as, like the exhibit, like lively, and then I don't know what MR could stand for, like something retaliation.
Oh, lively MR.
CP27, was that like their production?
I'm gonna say R would be recording.
Yeah.
Or lively
memo recording.
Lively memo recording.
Or lively voice memo recording. VMR or LI. VMR. I don't know.
Yeah, lively voice memo recording. That might be it. You're right.
Yeah.
And then this is like, I don't know, because I ran it through ChatGPT and they were saying that it might be like something about production, like the number of what production it was or whatever in their like discovery or filing or whatever. So I don't know. I thought that was crazy because at first I was like trying to figure out if live MR is like a code for like wherever it got downloaded off of, like, you know, like if it's a certain thing. Yeah, have a certain code, but I couldn't find anything. So I'm gonna send it over to Gooj on TikTok. You guys remember she did the
Gooj is great. I love
I'm gonna send that over to her tonight and see. And I have another person that does metadata and see if there's anything else they can scrap out of it.
Something to point out. Something to point out. The file was an M4A file, so in order to make it available on the website, it had to be converted into an MP4. That is an audio file that you can listen to. So it was converted. Do people want to have the actual recording? I can make it a downloadable.
It's downloadable on your website now.
It's the MP4
Oh,
conversion.
the MP4. Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's the
think that would be
MP4.
interesting for the super sleuths that want to go deeper into the
Okay,
metadata.
so-
So I was gonna ask that too.
Well, I'll go ahead and add the original file that I got from Clark as well and put it in there for it to be a downloadable. You won't be able to hear it. You could only download it unless you I guess download it directly to your phone and your voice memos acknowledges it.
So she had an iPhone 17. So I was like, okay, girl, get it with your iPhone 17.
Wait,
I don't know
she
if
had an
that's
iPhone
me.
17 at the time of recording that?
No. Version.
Is
Yeah.
the version. Not
Oh,
not
this
the
is
phone
the
itself.
iOS version.
The
Okay.
iOS. Because I'm like, wait.
I was like,
Maybe-
she got a brand new phone.
Maybe that was her gift. Because an
Maybe
iPhone 17
it was her gift. So
last
we're
year
gonna
wouldn't
talk a
make
little
sense.
bit about the gift too. That I feel that's my theory on what the gift was. I know Nag was like, what did she get in return? Well, we have a
I'd like to address a comment in there saying that the recording is spliced in a lot of places. If you look at the metadata, it'll tell you the length of the recording, and that is the length that is played on there. So we did not edit it. That's what Clark got, what I posted on there. There was no edits to that.
Okay. Someone told you, Elsie, thanks for saving us from having to buy CD players. Also, yikes on the fakeness and betrayal from Claire.
Not me.
Yeah,
Somebody said Elsie, thank me. No, thank Clark.
Are you saying that the
also
Are you saying that the file that I was given was spliced, or you've spliced it since?
No, have not spliced it. The comments saying the
it sounds
recording.
spliced at certain places. It sounds choppy.
Does it?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
But I also though
I
people
didn't
have to
notice that
realize-
either.
I think people also have to realize this was not recorded person to person. This was a Zoom call being recorded.
Yeah,
So
you could tell by the echo.
Claire's in person and Steve is on the computer. So it would never sound perfect. So I don't know if that's what people are picking up and calling it like a splice, you know.
Yeah. It didn't occur to me that it had been spliced, but maybe it is. I don't know. We can look closer. But
The reason why a lot of the streets are saying it's spliced is because the very beginning it just abruptly comes on, but I'm like, maybe that's when she decided to hit record after the assistant left. There's another part in the middle that sounds like, but I don't think it's spliced. I think she just interrupts him. And so that's why it sounds like maybe there's something missing, because there is a bunch of times where she like interrupts him. And so it sounds like there's something missing.
I mean, a bunch of times, the whole time. If you look at the transcript, she talks in paragraphs and Steve talks in 2 sentences. Claire gives a paragraph and Steve goes 2 sentences. I'm like, Jesus.
Some guy on Reddit actually said that he did the math on it, and she did 68% of the speaking.
Okay, I wanted to do the math on it before.
Yeah, we're gonna pull that one up. We actually have that up. So that's actually our next one. Thank you, Clark, for the great transition. See, you're natural.
Yeah,
you are natural. You made that transition so smoothly for me.
She does talk a lot.
Here we go. Here's the Reddit post right here. They're saying hopefully this is helpful for someone, especially if you're neurodivergent. Here's a cleaned up version of the transcript, and then they also included some key points. So this person analyzed it, and this reminds me of what me and Little Nomad do, one of the super sleuths over on X, because we'll go like down into like statistics like this, and you guys will see some of the graphs we put together with Instagram, her social media pattern, Claire's. But so here it says the words were 1,935 from Steve Sarowitz, and Claire had 4,187 words. So she spoke 68.4% of the time.
Wow.
They say she does a lot of prompting and leading of questions, getting him to provide the exact soundbite that she wants. Take, for example, the famed Israel H quote. After Steve talks about all of them working hard, burning the midnight oil, whether vacation is on the horizon, and whether he thinks Blake and Ryan are done. Then he continues, I still don't know that we won't have to go into court. I just know that right now it seems like they're done. And if they persist and push the limits, then we'll go to court, and then it's all on me. Then I'll be working harder than Jamie did. To the statement about whether they would be suing Blake or Ryan, Claire then asks him, it's going to be protecting the studio, right? It's a weird jump to make, and specific language used, protecting the studio, to which he then launches into the quote. This is the first time the studio is mentioned, and she brings it up. There are only 4 times studio is mentioned, and 3 are based on Claire prompting the quote. And a minute later, a quote where Steve says the studio is fine because people love Justin. And so here you see in the screenshot, studio, 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 studio. So she prompted asking him about the studio. One thing really quick that I had saved for later, but I feel like it applies here. a lot of people have a problem with this quote, right? And I get it, why people have a problem. I'm not going to get too much into it because it's divisive, but around the same time, this is what was happening. This was August 1st, 2024. This was the headline about the 39,000, whatever in Gaza or whatever. This is where he got more than 39,000 whatever have been killed in Gaza. So that was what was in the news at the time. And for whatever reason, he chose to use that quote, but it wasn't like he pulled it out of nowhere or whatever. It was something that was relevant as an example at the time in his eyes. So,
but real quick,
what do you guys think really quick? Now let's take a pause there on the quote. Was it as bad as y'all thought?
Okay, to piggyback off of that, he gives a caveat. He didn't just say the words like Israel defended itself and left it alone. He literally takes the seriousness out of it and right away almost like figures out like, if you just hear that, that sounds wild. And we cannot sugarcoat that. It sounds wild to say that. But immediately he fixes the situation by saying, I don't mean like actually unaliving anybody. I just mean that like, I'm going to defend myself to the fullest of my abilities in this matter. You know what I'm saying? Not to excuse it. You can excuse that. He probably shouldn't have picked those words. But again, in the moment and whatever is happening, oh, there goes my camera. That's what he chose to say. Maybe he should have gone another route, but he didn't. He said what he said, and we cannot. Okay, I guess the camera's not coming back.
But it's regrettable. He also kind of jokes. He also kind of jokes about it. He changes his tone, being a little silly. And there was another point in the conversation where he's also a little silly when he makes the comment about the movies for women not being popular, and I think that was also in a very jokey manner.
Yeah, but I think I don't even know that he was joking at that point, because he was actually, if you will pay attention, he was referencing how other people refer to women,
dismissive. Yeah,
he literally says they were told they were going to make $40 million, and instead they made $350 million. So he's literally
70 actually.
I think I've seen people misconstrue that little bit, and it's really, he's not talking about that female-centric films don't make it. He's saying the opposite. He's saying,
he said the exact
Hollywood thinks that female-centric films don't make money, and we just showed them that you can make $350 million on a female-centric
77.
I think it's important for us to like actually listen to the call. The transcript's great, but I think that the transcript plus the call needs to be heard if you're gonna like take it seriously.
I think maybe the better choice of word there would have, instead of joking, is more playful. He was being playful with his talk. I think maybe he felt comfortable with.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring on our very own
favorite
TikTok crew comes in. It's our favorite. We love her over on TikTok, and I'm so happy to introduce her over here on YouTube. Wow, so lucky, Britt. Thank you so much for joining us. I feel incredibly lucky. Look at everybody down here.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Hi guys.
Britt is a resident TikTok lawyer over there, one of many. How are you, Britt?
Irritated that I had to work today.
There's a lot of people who were like, I'm at work when the call dropped. I missed my morning show. I overslept. I usually do a 9 a.m. morning show, and I overslept. So I ended up just going to TikTok. By the time I woke up, it was 10 o'clock. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go over to TikTok.
Yeah.
And but yeah, a lot of people had to go to work. So we were able to catch up. The last thing we're talking about was whether the quote was as bad as they made it seem, or did you not think after you saw everything in context it was that bad? We just brought up what was happening at that time in August, and this was heavily in the news in August.
Yeah. So, I mean, like anything, we're going to come back to our claims. So what are we looking for here? Was there protected activity? We still don't know, right? Was there retaliation for that protected activity, which we've talked a lot about on TikTok. I'm sure, people have talked about it here. There's a causation issue because she receives this PGA credit. She receives, editing abilities. She's allowed to make demands. She's fully in control of the promotion of the movie. So arguably there's no causation. There's no adverse employment action. And then she's saying the smear is the retaliation. And now we have more evidence showing that the smear was started by Blake and Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, Sarowitz is saying we're going to have to watch our back for years to come because these two loony bins are smearing us in the media. Looney Bins was a little mean, but you know, like
Don't worry, I got a little banner down here. Like, so we're all protected, allegedly. All right, like
allegedly, but like he's saying like these people are smearing our faith. They're smearing our studio, and for what? Right?
Yep.
So I think this is just more proof that this isn't retaliation for any protected activity. I can't believe they use this for a 47.1 treble damages motion, right? Which is you have to show that somebody brought a defamation claim with malice, right? And then they're saying this is proof of that malice because he mentioned 2 dead bodies. And it's like, okay.
He clarifies it, and he even says, like, I'm not saying that she's not nice. I'm just saying she's different. Like, even he catches himself even being like, because he's Baha'i, you know, so he's like, even him saying like, you know, Blake's not very nice, and he like catches himself in that moment again, just like he caught himself with the dead body comment where he's like, let me explain what I mean. He's like, well, I'm not saying she's not nice. I'm just saying she's just different. So I thought that was like, it shows his character, and it shows that he wasn't trying to badmouth her or like. When I first read it, and obviously, you know, I knew that it probably had no legs, but it kind of made it sound like he was, I must have skipped over it the first time. The first time I remember about it was, or maybe I had just forgotten, was during the deposition when she said she was fearful. And then later when I went back, I was like, wait, but he does clarify himself. So why would she be scared? Glow says TMZ is calling the audio an exclusive, so get ready for copyright strikes.
I dare them. Right? I dare them.
I'll tell them I got variant number 1. You know, variant number 1, limited edition.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is
low-key smoking.
This
Someone's
is the
Clark. We're getting you off the market.
These are the mounds of evidence that Blake has, by the way, right?
Like so much love over here, Clark. Let me just really quick look at this. Look at this, Clark.
Thank you.
Our first-hand man.
Oh, right here. Thank you, Clark. Clark. I just wanted to pull all those up.
Hour.
You're the man.
No, but Clark, everybody, I don't know what happened to my camera, guys. I'm fixing it. But I honestly, we appreciate you so much because my only option was really to get on a plane to New York and grab that CD and then buy a Walkman while I listen to it on the subway. So you saved me a trip to New York.
Guys, I was prepared. I was like, if I go to New York, I have a CD player, like CD player.
So much, Carol.
I didn't have one. I actually
Clark, did you return yours?
Yes, I did. I got into my neighbor chat group. We have a chat group in the apartment building, and I was like, "Does anybody have a CD player?"
That is so funny. Did they think you were losing it? Like, what the heck? Clark?
I was like, I have to get something from the federal government, and then everyone understood.
Elsie just said she posted the link to the GoFundMe. It's in my description. I was already one step ahead of everybody.
I'm gonna sneak in an ad really quickly. And you guys, since my camera is gone, you're gonna have to hear the ad without my face. Or I can show you my jailbird camera with we're gonna do the jailbird camera view, and you're gonna laugh, but it's okay. Because I wanted guys to see my face when I say that. Oh, now that's not even working. The jail camera was gonna be my laptop camera. But because you guys know I did I'm doing the Christmas drive. We did the birthday drive back in April for the kids. So I'm doing the Christmas one where we build on the bridge and buying a couple of things for the kids. The reason I'm doing if my camera would work, that'd be great. The reason I'm going the GoFundMe route is because and a lot of you saw the stuff that came to my house. I received over 1,000 packages at my house. I'm sorry, I can't do that again. It was actually, it was 2,000 packages. Legitimately had to unbox 2,000 packages because I can't ship them to Ghana in the original packaging. And then I had to repackage them. And then I had to pay like $2,500 to ship it. And then when it arrived, I had to pay taxes. All in all, it doesn't make sense to do that again. It would be great if I could just buy everything on Amazon or have you guys purchase stuff on Amazon and I just send it. But in order for me to, I could help 5 times more kids if I just took the money to Ghana and bought stuff rather than having you guys purchase things on Amazon. And then I literally have to buy packaging to repackage it in America, pay shipment, and then pay taxes to ship it. It makes no sense. Like my soul wouldn't let me do that. So even if like, and I'm not asking anybody to donate. If you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. But just because I know the process and I know how many more kids I can help, I don't feel right giving 500 kids packaged stuff from Amazon when I know 2,000 kids can have stuff bought in the country. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, it makes absolutely perfect sense. And for those of you who don't know,
I
she's
appreciate your
already been
pragmatism.
successful with one of her drives. We got tons of video footage of the kids with their backpacks. It was so wonderful. Y'all can go check out her TikTok if you guys want to see all the stuff that she does over in Ghana. But I did put it in the description down below, and then we're gonna plug it again right before we leave tonight as well.
Yeah, but I appreciate any dollar anybody gives. I swear to God, like you guys have no idea. And if I could bring all of you to Ghana with me, I would. But I have a standing invitation. I have a standing invitation. Anybody who wants to go. Anybody who wants to go, my house is big enough. It can house all of us. Some of us would have to sleep outside, but
I'm taking you up. I'm not those type of people that's gonna be like, oh, cool. I'm like, no, I want to go.
No,
do they got tigers? They got lions in there?
We do, but they're not like roaming. People.
So they're gonna like. So we can sleep outside with the lions.
You have to go to like a park. You can sleep with you can sleep with the lions outside if you want. But no, I had this running joke in high school. You guys, I'm gonna real quick.
Go for it.
The kids in high school were like, "Oh my God, so you guys have elephants?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they would continue to ask me follow-up questions like, "So do you like?" And I was like, "Actually, my pet is an elephant." They were like. And on the spot, my ass would lie. I would lie through my teeth with no shame. They'll be like, "So what's the elephant's name?" And I'm like, "Rambo."
Rambo.
Like, yep, Rambo. And they're like, "Oh my God, that's so cool. Like, how old is Rambo?" And I'm like, "Huh?"
You took it super far. You're like, now
girl, I lived with that lie.
CD.
I graduated high school with that lie.
Somewhere out there, there's a grown person that's like, I went to school with somebody who had a lion for a pet.
Fact. Now, a time came where my ass had to cash the checks I was writing because I took 13 of my classmates to Ghana with me, right? So now we're pulling up and 3 of their crazy selves remembered I told them back in like freshman year that I had a freaking elephant. So they're looking around like, "Where's Rambo?" I'm like, "Oh, hell, Rambo died." Rambo had to die because I can't provide Rambo. I lied. So they're looking at me like, "Oh my God, you want to meet Rambo?" And I'm like, "I forgot to tell you guys. Yeah, Rambo went to meet with the ancestors like a year ago. I'm so sorry." But those are the people who asked about it found out the truth. I went to college and picked that lie right back up. As soon as they would bring up Africa, and I'm like, "Yep, I have a lion too." Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I got to give a shout out to Pam Entertainment. She's one of my favorite creators, and I do a lot of collabs. Hey, Pam, what's going on? I'm so happy you made it. We got the TikTok crew over here, Pam. You don't really know a lot of these TikTokers, but these are my TikTok family that I'm introducing to y'all, so you guys can get to know them over here on YouTube. Okay, so we're gonna continue with this transcripts and calls and stuff, because we got, like I said, a pretty good show. We got receipts proof timeline, y'all. We didn't come to play today. Okay. How many times was Blake Lively mentioned? It says 5 times. These are all the things, like Blake and Ryan paid for the movie. I'm like, really? They sent me a check? So he's like debunking all these stuff that was said on TikTok or whatever.
Which, as I was listening to it, and the chat astutely pointed it out, because I listened to it on Sarah's live this morning. Sarah and Carol, she starts off with like, "I haven't heard anything," right? And then she's like, "Oh yeah, I heard they funded your movie. Oh yeah, I heard they were saying this. Oh yeah, I heard." And I'm like,
wasn't Jamie talking to them and all that? She seems to have a really,
she had a lot of info she shouldn't have had, and I don't know if
someone who didn't know anything at the beginning of the call.
yeah. I don't know anything. And it's like, it seems like you actually knew a lot of things.
One of the things that I wanted to point out too, it's on another part, but I'll just bring it up now, is the PR thing, because y'all know me. And so part of my show here on Objection is we debate stuff. So y'all can tell me if I'm crazy or not. But when she talked about that lady on TikTok, do y'all think that's risky business? The 50-year-old PR, is risky business a PR person?
No, she's a insurance insurance.
Okay, I thought maybe it
She's
might have been
talking
her.
about Molly
People are saying Molly
McPherson.
McPherson.
I think
Oh.
Molly McPherson.
Okay,
I thought that's what she was talking about because
But
she
I'm
is
like,
funny.
why did she
Molly
know
can
about
be funny.
PR and that August is the month to do it and this and that the other?
Yeah,
Like,
Molly
that
has a
seems
video
sus.
saying that. Yeah,
That
Molly
seems
has
sus
a video.
that she thought like she saw that video. Do you think that could be why they all went in on August? Like, did she give them that tip? Like, oh, I watched this video. Y'all should really do this in August because of this. I mean, maybe Leslie already knew it, but I thought that was super sus that she started talking about the PR person. Like, how do you know all this? Like, oh, you watched this and now you're telling him? Like, it was really weird to me. I think that maybe she was in on, spreading the smear, allegedly, in my opinion only, entertainment, spreading the smear in August because she knew that it would hit him harder. So maybe that's why she volunteered to record. Like, it was what, 3 days before August ended? I don't know. That's just one of my theories that it might have something to do with that too, because she just randomly brings up a PR video she watched. It's really weird that she mentioned that to him. Claire, yes.
Hold on. Have you guys received the random email from Claire Ayoub?
No.
Stop it. I'm sorry. Is somebody trying to hack me? What is this?
Did you just get an email?
I just got an email from. Are you shitting me? Hold on.
Go live. Go live
Why
with
is
it.
my camera not working? Can you guys see?
Can you share your screen?
Read it. Read it. Read it. Do it.
Okay, I'm
dramatic
gonna read
read.
the email. So it's from Claire. I actually got it a while ago. I got it at 7:30. Jesus. Okay, hold on. I just looked at my group chat and I realized Donna had text. She also got an email. So she was asking if I got it. Apparently. Okay, here we go. Where's the email? First of all, is this a fake person or is this Claire for real? She would be a nut job. Well, she's already a nut job. I think it's her. Holy hell. Okay. Event name. I'm sorry, she's inviting me to an event? What the hell? For creatives looking to dig deep into making progress on one major excuse me? Recommended for one-off sessions. Cost $110. Claire. I'm sorry. Wait, no. Is she trying to use me for free promo?
What?
That's what it sounds like. She's trying to sell you something.
She did also say though that she mentors Black women. So
God knows she did not, girl.
didn't she in the recording? She was like, "I mentor Black women." I was like,
I think she's trying to she's sending this to creators, hoping we would trip out and talk about the fact that she sent us these emails as promo. So people who actually want to create whatever things can go buy her. You think I'm clicking this link?
I'm
Don't
with Jill
click
H.
on it.
I'm with
Don't
Jill H
click.
in the comments there. She says sounds like spam. I bet somehow like there's some AI thing that connected her name to your TikTok account.
But Donna got the same text message too. You know what though? Let's see Claire's Instagram.
I'm hurt. I'm a Black woman. You know, I need some mentoring.
I didn't get nothing.
You know what? It's the same profile picture she has on her thing. But what I want to know is I'm going to go on her Instagram, see if she actually has this event on November 2nd on her profile, like a legit event.
Smart.
Yeah, go check it out and see if it's there.
But either way, in what world?
I'm like, I'm Spanish and Portuguese. I don't get like the special creative.
Portuguese.
I can't speak it. I can read it and I can write it. I was learning how to speak it before Blake Lively. I was on like level 8 of Duolingo, like really going super good. And then the Blake Lively thing hit.
Claire has lost it. Now she's trying to scam me. Hold on. The email is from, I feel, so my phone is asking me if I know the sender, if I want to report it as a spam. So it's from a CEAYOUB@gmail. Would she have a Gmail account? Wouldn't she have like a website?
Doesn't everybody have a Gmail account?
Yeah.
I guess that's like the entry. The entry.
Who else got it? Just you and
just me and Donna so far. Nobody else. Oh, I'm never clicking the link. Christina, I know that much. I don't know much, but I know I never should click the link. I'm gonna let that live, but I'm not messing with that, and I'm not giving a free promo.
Okay.
So
I know. You guys do not go support that. If you're watching me, don't.
Kids. I was talking about it earlier. Like, I don't know about her mentoring kids. Like, that's why I don't
and the recording
harass her or nothing like that. But I do want people to talk about this because I feel like the more people know, I know that if I had a kid, I would not, be wanting Claire to mentor my kid in no creative project, knowing what I know about her.
I
So
mean,
that's
those
why I want the
eyes
story to go
alone.
bigger. And I appreciate Carol for putting it up on her website, docketupdates.com.
You guys, can we
Love,
take a
love,
minute
love.
for that? Like, understand that this is not Carol's field, okay? She woke up one day and said, I'm going to figure out how to make this website. And she did a heck of a job.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so just give Carol her twos right now. 'Cause
I had
Thank
it up.
you.
I had it up for the end, but I like everything's going organically as we go. I got all these tabs, but here it is, right here in its finest. Docket updates, latest news. You can find all the latest news. This is all that's coming soon. It's linked in the description, y'all. But look at this. I love the aesthetic of the
Everything.
black and white sketch. It is so
But
cool.
CJ, were you in the live still earlier today when we figured out that on Claire Ayoub's website, there's a sticker that says never trust the quiet ones?
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was
So Claire Ayoub is selling merch on the Empire Waste website because on the call, they talk about how she wanted to sell t-shirts and
Mhm.
split the profit 60-40 with Wayfarer or whatever. So I was like, oh, let me go see how these t-shirts look or how they did it. First of all, there are no t-shirts, but there are stickers. And one of the ones that stuck out to me literally says, never trust the quiet ones.
No
And
way.
I do want to point out, like, the shop is not a functioning shop. It was put up as a joke to
Oh.
prank. It was to prank Chris, Reputation
Okay.
911.
Never trust the quiet ones up there. So we can buy
And it was done as a prank, so you really can't shop, guys. I'm not trying to sell you anything.
Please.
I made it. We were pranking someone, and we're like, oh my god, they have the hat that you say. You introduce all his videos. He starts with, "Hey everyone," and so we had only that hat, and then we're like, no, let's put some more items so we can pull this prank on Chris. And then we were like, do you think that this is Jed Wallace that did this website?
No, but today though we look like Jed Wallace when we were looking at the map of people in the world who are looking.
Oh,
we
yeah.
looked like their group chat. Remember in their group chat when
Yes.
they were like, "Oh my God, there are 2,500 people on the website right now."
Yeah,
That was
there's
another
been.
thing I wanted to shout out. It was 2,000 something people eyeballs that were on it.
I think we eclipsed.
Yeah, it's up to
2,700.
4,400.
Oh
If
wow!
Clark
Visitors,
hadn't gotten
yeah.
the call, if the call hadn't been, because this is like a one-stop shop to get the call, it made it so much easier than to put it here, put it there.
Yeah, for
It was
sure.
like a one-stop shop, and not only did you get the call, but you got a full case docket. Look, it's all linked to Court Listener for every single case. Van
Yes.
Zandt, Wayfarer Studios, the Wallace case, the Jones versus Abel case, the New York Times case.
It's a great
All
job,
the extra
Carol.
other little cases that are clickable. Perez Hilton. So anybody who went to go check out the call today could have checked out all the stuff. Key players, like literally everything is here. The 17-point writer. That's what I thought was cool.
Analyzing
I'm
that.
like, that's 4,000 new eyeballs on the site. I thought
Oh,
it was
yeah.
really cool.
It's great.
Yeah, I have two other people that want to help put stuff together. Right now, we're working on a calendar. I won't share names unless they want to, but we're just posting it to help people digest the information that's coming out, because it's coming so fast sometimes that
Yeah.
you're like, wait, what happened? When did that? How did they make that connection? And it's meant to kind of help out to digest and process a little bit better. And putting up the recording today wouldn't have been possible again without Clark. So we
No,
really appreciate
seriously.
Clark here.
Yeah,
Love
and
We
you.
got to
it's
give
the
Clark his
power of
flowers.
everybody coming together too, because Big Sis did the transcript, and like you said, you have other people who are helping you. I love this when it's like about us, and I expected to see like your picture or something, and it's like, pause. We're chronically online and following this case. That's all you need to know. Okay, continue to route.
Speaking of transcript, CJ, did you are you going in chronological order, or do you want
Yeah.
to jump to the? You are.
Yeah, I could go to the timestamp that you were talking about. What
Okay.
is the timestamp?
So it's 2631. A lot of people have messaged me throughout the day, and they have this. It's a bit confusing. I get it, but on the transcript, if you guys have it in front of you, or I mean, I can't share my screen.
I got it.
so
I got
CJ,
it.
you have to pull it up. Okay. So if you go to 2631, and I think it's page 23 of 37.
I had just put it. I had pulled up this one that was like a little cleaner than the one on the document.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
All right. So just before, so let's just start from 2624. Steve Sarowitz says nothing really hit our studio. Basically, people love Justin, and they still love Justin. Claire says, yeah, that's good. And then Steve Sarowitz, I don't know if we can listen, but I'm just going to read it for now. And then Steve says, and if you meet Justin, how could you not love Justin? And I think that's just a figure of speech. It's almost to say to know him is to love him, you know? I don't think Steve is in any way saying Claire and Justin have never met in their lives. We know they've met. Like, are we not sure of that? Like, is that confusing somehow? We know for a fact he was on the set. There is video, correct?
Yes, but one of the things that I saw was that I never saw pictures of them together on the set, and I didn't see her in the video, but I'm assuming if she's the director and he's on the set, that they would have met at some point. I don't have the for it, but
I also think it's super easy to dispute whatever Claire said. If Justin was never on the set or they never met, there wouldn't be any need for even trying to justify the entire he was verbally abusive. The reply would have just been, you've never met him. Like, was he verbally abusive on the phone? What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. I agree with that. There's the thing. I think what he said was, he said, if you met Justin, but he meant it in the sense of when one meets Justin.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they would have immediately said in their response, the person who alleges to be verbally abused by Justin never met Justin. Like that would have closed that case right away.
Yeah. Because I think he was trying to, exactly, Clark. She was trying to draw the parallel. Well, Steve was that Rainn Wilson is of the Baha'i faith as well. And their sets are pretty much ran the exact same way. So, but Claire, and again, that's something I find so very interesting. If you're Claire and you were sent in there to do a job, you botched it. Because whenever Steve brought up Justin, if you have in fact had experiences, what does she call it? Negative experiences, negative interactions with Justin that you don't deem appropriate. And if Steve sounded like he had no idea that you'd ever had any issues with Justin, the way he was talking to you. Because like when Steve said, and if you've met Justin, you love him, Claire, instead of saying, I know, but yeah, I'm just sending good energy, you should have been like, you know what, other than the fact that even though me and him have issues, you could have said that. If this is something Steve knew about or actually happened. But to try to convince me you recorded this conversation because you were scared of Steve makes no sense. Steve barely said anything.
Go ahead, Clark. Go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me that she, that Steve would talk about Justin in that way, knowing that she had banned him from her set.
Exactly.
And like, it doesn't like, and I guess I can buy like that Jamie was the pain sponge and insulating Steve from the worst of it. But I still think like if one of your major principals of your studio was banned from a set, probably everybody would talk about that, right? I mean, you would,
especially as he's having problems on another set, right? So then it's like, we need to talk about Justin
repeated behavior.
2 different sets are having problems with him. And to your point, Clark, like, why would you say like, hey, even though I would know or should know that you made a complaint about him, like if you knew him, you'd really love him. Or like people who meet him absolutely love him. And she's like, I'm here because I made a complaint about him. So that's awkward.
Yeah. That doesn't sound, it doesn't sound like that's how he was approaching it in any way. Like,
it would have been the perfect time to say that.
I would be like, well, I understand that you've had your problems with him. I find he's very friendly, and maybe you two
especially with the care he's giving, talking about Blake, who isn't even in the room, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Like, it just doesn't seem in line.
He acknowledges it. How could you not love Justin? She says, I know, but yeah. Like, so, and even in another part where they talk about Justin, right here. Yeah, that's good. Like she's saying, like she's agreeing with him. And one of the things somebody pointed out was that she is not a reliable narrator in this whole call. Why? Because she knows she's being recorded. So this is performative. She's performing.
But I feel like
it's actually authentic. You see his true self because he doesn't know that he's being recorded and he doesn't know that he's going to go out to people or whatever. Whereas she is. So you feel like authenticity coming through.
And that's where, even with that information, that's why she still cannot be believable, because you're recording, you're trying to get incriminating information. You should have been inserting the bad mouthing of Justin, except you couldn't do that generally because it doesn't exist. The minute you said anything bad about Justin, Steve would have been like, what are we talking about? And then you sound crazy. But instead, whenever Steve tried to say anything good about Justin, she would deflect or get away from it very quickly. And I think earlier, I don't remember what video we were watching earlier this morning, guys, remind me, but whose video? We were watching somebody's video this morning, and they were trying to say I would give her that, like, whenever Justin's name would come up, she would get away from it. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's not that she was getting away from it because they have history. It was that she cannot, in genuinely good faith, say anything bad, but she also cannot be heard on the tape singing his praises. So all she can do is get away from the conversation and try to, and I think further down.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a really good
right?
point.
She cannot say his praises, but she cannot genuinely say anything bad either. So she has to just get it off of Justin.
Because it's also documented. You know, she's
Exactly.
documenting herself saying the stuff that's never happened.
Yeah. And further down, Steve says,
which part?
Further down, I'm trying to remember. I wrote it down, but I didn't put the timestamp. But we'll figure it out as soon as I say it. Because Steve was, when they were talking about the Hamas thing, just before, I think, Steve was in the middle of talking about how I've been on that set. Because Claire said something to the effect of, you know, I wasn't there. Right? And Steve says, oh, I was there. And then Claire interrupts Steve and be like, whoa, was it bad? Almost like she was ready for Steve to pour his little heart out. There we go. 21:14. She goes, you were there. Was it bad? But reading was it bad and hearing the way she said was it bad is completely different. I don't know if you can play it, but she says was it bad, like in a gaspy, like I can't. And then Steve play and I know it says Steve says no, but that's not. He didn't just say no. It was like a revolting, resounding no. Like
I love that he was like no. I mean, it's the worst set Justin's ever been on. It almost was like the set itself wasn't bad, but like what Justin had to deal with was kind of bad.
Had to deal with was bad, right? And I feel like right there, I wonder if Claire, I'm imagining Claire would have sat up, waiting for whatever Steve said, and as soon as he said no, she would have just sunk back in her chair like, oh shit, I thought I was about to get something here.
Okay, can y'all hear this?
So there's been a lot of speculation, and if I may just speculate, I know I'm late, so maybe you guys already had this conversation, but it seems like the speculation and the consensus among the Baldoni folks is that she was sent in to get dirt on Justin. It sounds like she was sent in to suss out whether or not Steve would bankroll the litigation, right? I believe that Blake was afraid of Steve Sarowitz, but it's not because of this 2 dead bodies comment. It's because he has money to push back against this fight she's initiating.
Can I say something
right
before you go?
What, it wasn't playing. I don't know why my audio isn't playing because y'all couldn't hear it.
You have to allow it.
Could y'all hear the audio?
Play it again.
Yeah.
Or was it?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
CJ's good. Now it's not good.
No.
I think that might have been me. I was trying.
Oh,
with my
go
recording.
ahead then, you Clark.
Let me give it a try. What was the timestamp?
21. Go back 21:04. 21.
Okay, can you play it? Can you play it then, Clark? Because mine's not working, huh?
It's so tricky, especially, I don't know, because I wasn't there, so I don't know what it was like.
I was.
You were there. Was it bad?
No.
Oh, God.
Justin never has a bad set. Yes, it was the worst set he's ever been on, but no, it wasn't bad. I was there on set. It was, Justin is really kind and loving, and he's like Rain. So you imagine Rain's running a set. It's a Baha'i set. It's never going to be like that. No, it was just everything was made up. It was manufactured, and it was manufactured on purpose in order to take Justin down.
It sucks. I'm sorry. I'm just
Please, girl.
Actually, to provide a devil's advocate to you, else is that she did actually get what if she was sent in to get something, she got a good quote.
Yeah,
because even those of us on Baldoni's team can't really say that we're down with that Hamas quote.
Of course.
No, it was a bad analogy, but you can see why, because I ran it through like a semantics intent on ChatGPT, like, because I was like, is it like, what was his intent in saying it, whatever. And, based on the fact that I guess he was Jewish or whatever, like his connection to that's the analogy he chose to say. Now, was it the best analogy he could have said? No. Obviously, nobody agrees with that. So they did get like almost like blackmail type of stuff on him, right? Because who wants to be the guy that's known, like, especially with such a touchy subject, people getting canceled left and right. We saw Gal Gadot, which was like the opposite because she was pro-Palestinian or whatever. But no matter what side you're on, there's people getting canceled for their opinions on these different things, right? So Well, I think that's what they expected was for him to be immediately canceled. That's why I wanted to ask in the beginning, like, was it cancelable? Because even though it was bad that he said it, I don't know. I feel like at that point he was put like all the way up against the wall and he wasn't thinking.
I think if he was, go ahead, Clark.
My perspective is just, everybody says something they regret. It seems like he immediately regretted.
Immediately.
Like as soon as it came out of his mouth, he was like, no, I don't really mean dead.
And this is him not even knowing he's been recorded, He just was like, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. I mean,
and I think also, just to piggyback off, I don't want to forget my train of thought, but Britt, earlier when you mentioned you don't think Blake is afraid because of whatever about money, further down, I think, or before, Claire tries to talk about the fact that Ryan and Blake have money or whatever, and Steve Sarowitz is like, they don't have billionaire money. What are you talking about?
Right here.
Yeah. Although,
like, where was that? Should we play that part? I want to play the.
I mean, it's not so gay.
Where is the Scarlett Johansson quote?
Oh God, you could tell.
Right. It's on. Do you want to play the Scarlet one? The Scarlet one.
Whichever one's first.
36:19.
36.
I know Blake was pissed when she heard that. She's like, I'm never leaving this lady's shadow. Oh God, I love that stress for her.
I mean, that's the downside of being a mistress and then a second wife.
Because the casting agencies didn't have people. They didn't have them. So like, we're hoping with, especially Blacklist is going to be really amplifying the development process and what we did. So like adding that to industry recognition is going to be huge. So I'm very excited. Very excited. So
I love this women's empowerment. We have another, I think I told you, another first-time director we supported.
Yes. A woman named Scarlett Johansson. Yeah. I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited.
We're trying to get her first big break. Maybe people will hear her.
I mean, but Scarlett Jo, who? I can't. I love it. No, but honestly, every time you're a first-time feature director, it's your first time being a feature director. It's tough. I love that.
She was so cool, calm, collected, and confident.
No,
and nice.
Which is what you want, and just professional, right? You want someone who's professional who
you do.
It's so interesting because you work with so many people, and almost everybody's nice. And then there's Blake, who's just totally different than everyone.
I'm sorry.
It's like, not to say anything bad about her, but
look at his shade. His face won't allow him to throw shade.
I think for the most part, most people see what we're doing, see we're nice, and they're nice back. Even if they weren't perfectly nice. And I just think, some people forgot to learn how to be nice.
The industry, I left her for a while, Steve. I left her.
And you will be again.
Oh my God.
I don't think she'll ever work again. But did y'all catch the ScarJo shade she was throwing? Like, ScarJo who? Nice, tiny, little, small. And he didn't like catch her sarcasm. He was just like going along with it, like sweet little innocent Steve, like, oh yeah, no, she is. She's a first-time director. I'm like, no, she was throwing shade.
I'm just thinking she probably was like, if Blake is gonna hear this, I can't be singing ScarJo's praises. ScarJo who? Let me just say that. That way they pay me. They pay me my money because I'm here on a job. I can't be singing ScarJo's praises. I just know Blake heard that and was like, I'm suing everybody. That man was over there singing ScarJo's praises. She's nice and I'm just different. What does that even mean? Ryan, call the lawyers.
I mean, part of the thing, when you're listening to this, and if they ever, I think you're Britt and other people are probably right. It'll never be shown to a jury, but like it just kind of like the worst thing he could come. This woman's like coming after him and taking his attacking his studio, taking the film and his friends. And the worst thing he can come up with is she's different.
Attacking his faith.
Oh my God, what a monster.
Attacking his faith in the press, like trying to make his faith look bad. And, a lot of people don't, somebody's faith is like a huge cornerstone of who they are and how they see themselves. That's not nothing.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I agree with that.
He said the word different, and he felt like he had to make sure that wasn't coming off bad.
I don't mean that in a mean way.
And that's the same thing he did when he backtracked about the quote. He was like, I mean, like not dead, but like, like dead to me.
Like that. And then Claire goes,
dead to me.
Yeah. Like what the heck? So one of the other little Easter eggs that I found that I haven't seen anybody really talk about is this woman here that she talks about, Ashmi. I want to give major kudos to Ashmi, who's kicking ass at marketing.
You're giving her cooties?
Kudos. Did I say cooties? Kudos to Ashmi, who's kicking ass at marketing. And so I was like, who is Ashmi? So anyways, I went into the Timeline Info, my favorite website, aside from
Girl, that's my favorite website. Stop. It's the Bible.
The lawsuitinfo.com, if you know, you know. And she was
I could
listed
possibly
in paragraph
recite that
183.
website. Don't ask me to do it, but I could possibly do it.
Yeah, she writes to Jamie Heath on August 11th, so a little bit before that meeting, basically calling out Blake and her bad marketing. So this lady that she's praising as like the best at marketing is going against her best friend Blake here because she's the one who pointed out the grab your friends, wear your florals. That was the VP of marketing and communications at Wayfarer, Ashmi. So she was the one that gave him the heads up, was like, look, this is what's going on here, blah, blah, blah. So I thought that was like another little side Easter egg.
Speaking of marketing,
that's a fun connection.
Speaking of marketing, have you guys taken a look at Blake's Instagram today? CJ, I hope I'm not taking you off course, but this is just like seems like a perfect segue.
Yes,
Did I see she posted something about consent?
Girl, not just consent. She's posting hotlines for DV.
Okay, Elsie,
we're 14 months too late for that post, baby.
Girl.
Elsie, I'm gonna go through them and then you could comment on each one, like give like a little 30-second comment on each one. So this is the first one.
She's a nut job.
Domestic
At
violence.
first, I thought that was her looking in the window, looking for help, and then I realized that's not her.
So she's talking about this agency. It says, in this time, digital and emotional violence is both prevalent and easily hidden, especially for teens. So it's like I don't know why she's pointing out that, especially for teens, maybe her niece or somebody needed it. I don't know what's going on, but
do you really?
Here's the
are you able to pull up Ryan's Instagram at all?
I could probably pull it up. Yeah.
Pull up.
Wait, go through these.
Before we go through it, pull up Vancity real quick. Let's just compare what the two of them are posting right now. Let's see how aligned they are. Just really quickly, go to Ryan's Instagram.
It's interesting what he posted today.
Before his stories run out, let's just go take a quick
look. I'm like, I don't want to go on my actual account because then it'll be like, see, journalists saw your stuff.
Girl, they don't look at you. They do not care.
All right.
I wish I could share my screen.
Can you share it?
No, I'm not. I have no power. Like, I'm over here like a rando. No, I can't even click on the comments.
Look at the thing at the bottom. You can't click on the comments?
No, I can't. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can't click on the comments, but I can share the screen.
You can go at the bottom. Like, okay, so you see you can go to present or invite or whatever.
Now I can. Hold on, but I can't do anything with the comments. Let me show you.
Let me remove it. Let me remove mine, and then you can go up there.
Let me. No. You don't have to remove it. Okay, 1 second. Let me share it now. I'm about to show you guys Blake Lively.
I'd be scary. I don't go after no Drake and UMG. I'm a scaredy cat. I went from trying to be an investigative journalist to just entertainment.
They're not
journalist / TV host.
They're busy. I mean, I know we're not. Okay, you guys ready for Ryan? Can you see my thing?
Yep, there we go.
Okay, let's see. This is what her husband is posting while she's posting about DV.
Oh, sure.
Oh, and you just know that Blake's pinned comment says something like, use promo code Stop Domestic Violence for 20% off AVM Gin.
You win, Clark. You win. I mean, they're so aligned. One of them is promoting liquor, literally deleting one of the worst causes in like those types of relationships. And one of them is promoting just hotlines. And I'm like, are you shitting me? You had an entire motion picture. You had an entire movie and you refuse to say the words DV. You refuse to simply say it. But and again, if you look at what's happened right now in the past couple of days, is Kristen Bell's, I made a TikTok video and I posted, I don't know how many of you got a chance to see it, but you guys heard about Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. What's the man's name? Dax Shepard, is that his name?
Shepard, yeah.
So Kristen Bell said something about their 12th wedding anniversary. And she says something to the effect of, I know you could have unalived me. A lot of husbands unalive their wives. So thank you for not unaliving me, even though you had incentive to. It is so Blake and Ryan coded. It doesn't even make any sense. And then tonight, Blake decides all of a sudden she's DV Advocate of the Year. Ma'am, you were promoting a DV movie where you were getting belt to your ass in the movie. And when they ask you, if somebody approaches you and they want resources, what would you say to them? And she crossed her leg in the couch and said, like, They want my location share or like my phone number or like what do they want?
You do
But
such a
now
good
you have top lines.
The fact that's
is it
such a
blink twice if you
softball
need help?
question too, right? Like that to me was like you should have expected that question from journalists.
And even if you didn't,
Yes. And I'm telling
And
you,
also,
I've
it
been,
could have.
I've been
go ahead.
I've been in media. I've been in the media for a long time. I worked at Us Weekly, among other places. And yeah, that's exactly. It was a softball question. You should have expected it. You should have. I mean, you didn't have to say anything personal. The way he said it was a little weird. But the way he asked the question was a little weird. Just say, I've talked to so many women, and it's so inspiring that they survived this experience, and you have it in you to make your life better. Like
lie.
Reach out to your friends and family. Make sure you build a community. Make sure, like anything other than what she said.
You know what? As crazy as some of the stuff she said, even the whole DV doesn't define you. Hell, you could have said that shit.
Yeah.
And it would have been more acceptable. Her whole, there's a duality of being feminine and masculine and vintage. And you could have said that. And it would have been a better answer than, what do they want? Like my location share, my
You want me
phone
to like
number,
location
my
share?
address. What?
And it was the attitude too with that,
Legs crossed. And Braden Splitter just sat there sipping his aviation gin. We know that man was drunk that entire time. Allegedly.
He was like, I only have to get through this, and then I've got another movie booked. I'm good.
That entire promo tour, he drank.
Was it just that one thing on his story? Can I pull back up?
Yes, please. Now that we've seen the gin, let's finish Blake Lively's.
Let me pull up.
This one I found very interesting.
Teen dating and violence. That's why I was like, who in her life is a teen violent person?
No. But do you see the underlying part where she says emotional abuse from someone they're in a relationship with before becoming adults? And I find it interesting that she underlined that. Not that she was a child when she was dating Ryan, but to me, she was still a child technically. Like, not like underage, obviously, but she was not a mature person walking the earth when she did Green Lantern and met Ryan. So the fact that she underlined that, I was like, why? Why would you underline from someone they're in a relationship with before becoming adults?
This is a cry for help.
I'm like, if that man is whooping you at a house, just say that.
Yeah, technology
probably tried to help her. I found that interesting too.
To bully, harass, stalk, or intimidate a partner. Like, is this talking about Ryan and how he bullies her with like his little captions and stuff?
You sure as hell not talking about me?
I mean, in her mind, I think she thinks it's a little bit of shade directed at Justin.
Course.
But it's like we have seen all the evidence where Justin is reacting to the stuff you put in the media. You are the abuser, Blake.
Speaking of, I had a tab of what was going on August 29th. And do y'all think that this is shade? So this is a question for the panel here. August 29th, actor Justin Baldoni praises Jet Set Group private jet travel, right? And I don't know. I thought it was a little bit shade to me because he goes, he gives a quote. This is on his Instagram. He shouts them out, whatever. But he gives a quote where it says, when it comes to figuring out how to get a movie made, we're dealing with hundreds of people and the risks are just too high. God forbid a flight gets canceled and you don't get an actor on set. We might never get that location again, and we lost millions of dollars. There's just that much at stake. Y'all remember when she canceled the Las Vegas shoot?
I was gonna say that is actually in the timeline of Relevant Event. That happened for sure.
Yeah. I can pull it up, but I was like, is this a little tiny shade at her? Like,
not tiny. That's a tree.
You said a big one. Carol, what do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
I might not get the location again.
I mean, I'm guessing that he probably got a free flight somewhere for giving them a pitch.
I think that's who they used throughout the whole movie, and then at the end, he pitched them or whatever. But I don't know. Me and Nomad were trying to. We're still sleuthing it out, y'all. I thought I was done, but I don't think I'm done. I don't think
you're just getting started because that August 29th date seems to be important.
The plane, like, okay, so is his PJ is from through jet flight. I want to see how we can figure out which planes were used, or like if we can figure out like flight logs or whatever to see where he was.
Oh no,
where's that jet tracker kid that was tracking Taylor Swift?
I'm about to text him. That's how I'm about to
in jail. Didn't they arrest him?
Did they?
They did.
Because I was like, then we could figure out where Sarowitz was, but I think we know that he must have been in Chicago because he says, "How far away are you from blah blah blah?" And he says, "Oh, I'm this far away."
Oh,
So
in the recording?
in
No,
Chicago.
he was definitely
in
at
the
home.
recording. In the
He was
recording,
definitely in Illinois. Yeah, he was definitely at home.
or in Illinois. Yeah, sorry. What does he live like? A couple
Highland
like,
Park, something
Highland
like that.
Park. So it's a little ways, I guess, from Chicago. My bad. But so this is everything else that was going on August 29th. It ends with us. Crew member says Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively's creative differences were not a secret on set. That was August 28th. And then on the 29th, everybody picked up this story. The original story came from Rolling Stone. There was at least 12 media outlets that picked up this story on the 29th. So, and then, I don't know, she's saying that Sarowitz set the meeting for the 29th, but I'm like, I don't know. It just seems sus that so much stuff happened on that same day, right? And this is where they were like, oh, they don't like each other, whatever. And one of the things that I hadn't heard before that was down here, hold on. Oh, this is where the rumors started too, about the bankrolling. There was such conflicting ideas. So that's why on the 29th, he was talking about these articles. Such complete how to make the movie. And since Blake was bankrolling it, Justin couldn't really put his foot down, offered one crew member. Who are these crew members? They're the same people who were messaging the TikTok girl. Remember, she said she had crew members, Colleen Hoover's friends, and all these people that were messaging her stuff
without a crystal ball, right?
So I guess that started the origin of the rumor that Blake was bankrolling.
Blake was bankrolling that. Yeah,
I never heard that rumor.
Is hilarious again that Claire was like, I had no idea, but I definitely read the Rolling Stone article.
Yes. Yes.
So long ago we forgot, I think. But another thing is that I didn't know this about did y'all know this, or maybe I just forgot that it was supposed to be like a gothic look for the bookstore, and then she changed it up at the last minute. And it said that the costume stuff went into high gear right after the picket line stuff. It says then the costume department was running around with their chickens with their heads cut off, trying to figure out how they could change everything to make sure Blake was happy. And then they went on. They
had no budget.
What?
She finished their budget. She overspended the costume department like 5x.
Yeah, she realized it was a billionaire funding it, and she was like, "Oh, let me just go ham." That's what I think happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were trying to take advantage.
I'm gonna spend his money like I spend my husband's money.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, it was supposed to be a gothic, like
that's what it says here.
Portland style flower shop.
Yeah, like rich violet and deep colors, and then she switched it up to be like this because she said it didn't fit the character. But see, what she wanted to do,
the character about the book she didn't read, I can never get over that.
Yeah, she wanted to make the character what she wanted it to be, not what it was already on the page. She didn't want to adapt
the character. It doesn't fit her.
Yeah, exactly. And then one of the other things was that she was saying there's two types of directors. There's the ones that want control over every little thing. They'll choose the colors, the costumes, all that stuff. But he was the type of director that he was the latter. He wants to spend all his time in rehearsals and in front of the camera dealing with the actors, and then hires people to do all that stuff. So she said that he was mad at Justin because he was more laissez-faire. Like,
can you pull up? Oh, when you're done with the article, can we discuss the hey Ryan, it's Leslie, your publicist of 20
let me pull it up. So that's also under the list of what happened.
It's
August
on the
29th.
Yeah.
Here we go. August 29th also had this happening.
So August 29th is the date that Claire records this.
What? Yeah. Wait, was that recording at 2 p.m. EST? Do we know the time?
Yes.
Zone?
So so the text was on the 28th.
This one, the high less, yeah. We're assuming it has no date.
I mean, because the date is starting, because the date is right there that says 29th at 12 p.m.
Oh, so this
the last time they texted would have been anywhere before the 29th.
Okay, my bad.
It would have been anywhere before the 29th.
But yeah, this we kept talking about how it was sus that she was like announcing who it was.
That's crazy. Who was texting the client for the first time?
They've been working for many, many years. So this text message seems very odd and may have, I think we're all speculating it's come from a different phone.
For sure. For sure. And I think as soon as they got their hand on Jen Abel's phone and realized all the things they can get out of there, they were like, hey, we probably cannot keep our number or our phone that we've used to communicate about Jen Abel's phone. So moving forward, we need to have like a clean slate of, hey, it's less. girl, we've been in crisis for months. This is the first time.
And then he says it's imperative. It's imperative that we didn't talk to nobody. You didn't talk to nobody, right? per the instructions I gave you at the Denmark premiere, which was the 6th. But we all know she did talk to somebody on the 8th, August 8th, and then we know that TikTok girl, somebody was messing with her. She's got a bunch of DMs from a bunch of people on the 8th, and all the other stories started dropping on the 8th. So they weren't in favor of Baldoni. Baldoni wasn't dropping bad stories about himself. Who was dropping all that on the 8th? And this is like damage control after the fact. Like, you didn't say nothing, did you? Because it was spreading stuff.
This is a fake alibi. I mean, this is what I'm seeing. Is a fake alibi. You know, it's like, oh, hey, this is you. This is your publicist of 20 years. Oh, hello. You're a client of 20 years. I just wanted to let you know I didn't pass any fake stories into the press. Oh, thank you for telling me that. I mean, it's like,
look how cool y'all look with Blake.
If you watch any crime, people are always doing that. The text messages.
For sure, like this.
Where are you? I'm waiting for you in the.
Elsie, you see Blake next to you right there between you and Clark?
She's definitely right there. Make me go viral.
Say cheese. Wait, no, Upper gonna screenshot it. Smile, Clark, smile. We're gonna put you right there.
What is that article? Blake's brother-in-law says what now?
Yeah, so Blake's brother, let me pull up the actual article.
When
so
the
then
thing dropped, and Troy Bolton's father decided, when the article dropped and Troy Bolton's father decided he's on the good side of things.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
I'm like,
okay, and also knowing how Ryan Reynolds speaks and he jokes and he takes jabs at people, for him to say, "Oh, Bart was sweet for saying that." No, he would have never used those words to describe Clark.
Yeah,
defends
so Gio,
her following.
Thank you for all the support over with Elle. She wrote the flower shop in the book was supposed to be steampunk. So thank you for letting us know, because I read the book a long time ago and I don't remember like that it said. I don't remember. It was like right in the beginning when it first started, because I actually kind of thought like her epilogue was pretty good, better than the whole book itself. But yeah, I read it right when it had started, like sometime in January. So thank you for letting us know that. But yeah, this article was about Bart Johnson, and so he was like giving her like a birthday shout out, because that's another thing we're gonna get into here as we wrap up, is the August 26th. She had that that party at Homegirl's house. What was her name? Taylor Swift. I'm like, what's her name? Homegirl. She had that party at Taylor Swift's on August 26th, and I always thought that this was like the planning party to do everything, and like maybe this is where they plotted like, oh, we know someone on the inside that can get stuff out of what's his name, because this is 3 days earlier. But back to the article, that was on the 29th. So her birthday was on the 26th. He was wishing her happy birthday, and so he's like, I love you, Blake, blah blah blah. And then someone commented, yeah, you should tell her she should worry about right here. Shame, she's so set on promoting happiness in a domestic violence setting without any regard for any victims. Disappointing from Blake. And he's like, I'm really sorry you feel that way. I'm sure you have a huge heart and want the best, but I can promise you that the truth has not come out yet. Some people thought was like, at this point, had Claire already shown him the call on the 29th? Is that what she meant by the truth? Or was he meaning something else?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know that you were counting on that Hamas comment or anything from that conversation to be truth. Like, well,
they were planting stories at this time about kind of leading the public to believe that Justin was a problem on set, right? Because I remember this now.
And they wanted Blake to be like the one who worked harder. Look, she worked harder on this film than anything I've seen her do in my entire life, because it meant so much to her.
Did it?
They were trying to make it seem like she outworked Baldoni.
I mean, even there's this interview, a couple of them, I think, when Isabella Ferrer is sitting next to her, and she's like, I mean, this movie wouldn't be what it is without Blake. I mean, she did everything. I mean, like, girl, she did nothing but stress people out, people who are trying to do their job.
And change things that are the way they are for a reason. I mean, I don't want to give Colleen Hoover too much credit, but like having a steampunk flower shop, I'm sure meant something.
You know what, though?
You know, that imagery, like.
No, but at the same time, Colleen doesn't know what she's talking about either, because she pulled the story from out of her booty hole. Because
Book
she
Talk
wanted to
has
try to
had me
con-
convinced to never read Colleen Hoover now for years. So
No, but honestly though, Colleen doesn't know what she's talking about either. That's why I've never said this out loud, but the reason Colleen let Blake run amok of that set is because she actually has no real connection to the book. As much as she wants to convince everybody that this is a story about her mom, she said on multiple different occasions it really wasn't. She said it was a
She changed
barely.
the story as she goes and as the movie gets closer, because I think she didn't expect it to get that much exposure. So when she first wrote the book and it started to gain traction, because he bought the rights before COVID, it didn't become
Yeah.
famous.
Like
until
I
COVID.
literally remember when he bought the book, because I remember his Instagram the day he did the FaceTime video with Colleen and she was sitting in her car. But you guys also have to remember this woman was about to sell a coloring book about a woman falling down the goddamn stairs, getting her
Right.
ribs cracked. Who would do that? If your mom was getting her ass beat, why would you sell coloring books?
Coloring book. No.
She was selling nail polish and press on nails. That just makes
that
no
coloring
sense.
book is the equivalent of grab your friends, wear your florals. Yeah.
And then
and
Empire
dollar,
Waste
dollar,
has a
dollar.
coloring book too, but I mean, maybe it
I
applies.
mean,
more.
Empire Waste coloring book versus the DV. I will let Empire Waste keep their coloring book.
I said it's giving Colleen. When I saw it, I was like, this is giving Colleen.
No,
I'm
for a
sorry.
fact. But like trying to sell me nail polish and press on nails and coloring books of literally staircases with people are like, wait, what do you want me to color? Your mother down the staircase? Why would you sell me a color? And they had to scrap that. So that's how I know Colleen had no real connection to the book. So therefore, she did not care not one damn how Blake ran the set. She wanted to be with the popular girls. And as soon as they let her in, it was over with.
He even like kind of shades her a little bit right here. Like, were mistakes made? Yes, I make mistakes in life also, but they're not under a microscope. I got nothing but love and respect your views or whatever. But he's like, okay, maybe mistakes were made, but she's the reason the message in this movie is getting out. Really? Is it really her? Was it all the cast and crew who, made the movie and all the editors and everybody else? Like, he literally wants her to be like the highlight and the spotlight of the film. And that's how she promoted it. That's how she like made it around the set, turned everyone against Justin. Everybody look at me. And through her marketing as well. So yeah, this is.
Have you guys ever been around people who are like one person around certain different people and then the other, like, have you been around those type of people? Like if they're with this group, they're this person. And I'm not talking about like code switching as in like mannerism. I'm talking about a different person.
Yeah.
During the promo, you could literally see Colleen with Justin and Colleen with Blake. It was like this. It was not the same person at all. I mean, Colleen waited on Blake to speak and damn near give her permission to speak. It was like, okay, I'm waiting for what my boss is gonna say, and then I'm gonna agree. You sat on that podium while that lady said, I have the movie here to show. The studio says that we're not allowed to show it, but fuck it. And Colleen was saying, yes, you guys want to see the movie? Why are you laughing? It's your movie. Fine. At the end of the day, you've sold the rights and everything, but you should have some power here. She took all her cues.
She was so starstruck by Blake.
All her cues came from Blake.
She was so starstruck.
Down to when they were in that other interview where Blake says, I'll follow this woman anywhere if she has her rights. Colleen goes,
when she knew for sure she didn't have her rights.
You know you don't have your rights. Blake knows you don't have your rights. And obviously, maybe in the interview, it's not the time to correct her and be like, but again, she could have just straight up been like, my hands are off this, Wayfarer owns everything now, so it's up to them. But she sat there and giggled like, oh, wow, yeah.
Y'all heard her.
Everywhere. Y'all heard her. That's what she said. And I'm like, is this woman okay? Like, is she well? So I don't know, man. Colleen did not care.
Speaking of starstruck, this is Claire Ayoub's engagement with Justin on his Instagram when he first started on the movie, which is in 2021 right here, right? And then in May, she starts just liking all of his stuff of 2021. And then it goes into 2022, whatever, but she still, look how high it is. And it's not until once the movie wraps in December is when her likes drops.
And then flatline.
But this time I feel like she knew about Liz, because if you look at Liz's stuff too, this is really crazy here. One of my friends, my sleuth friends, Lil Nomad, she went deep dived into Liz Plank and
we got bar graphs and everything.
Yeah,
next is gonna be a pie chart.
That's how you know we're professional.
We went deep. So y'all look in August, July and August.
July, yeah.
Look, July and August is all purple. All of a sudden, she's liking everything. Weird. And interestingly enough, in 2020, she only liked one post, and it was about Justin Baldoni. So I'm thinking that this is when, if you guys look at the timeline, which I had up here, because I thought it was important to know like what the timeline was. She got introduced to the project in 2020 by UTA. That's who made the introduction to Wayfarer and Baldoni. And then they came publicly on board. They announced it in November of 2021. And then principal photography started in the summer and wrapped in December of 2021. And then post-production took up all of 2022, up through January 2022 when the director's cut was in progress. And it took them a whole year and 3 months or 4 months, no, 5 months, almost a year and a half to finally sell it to Blue Fox Entertainment because they couldn't find a distributor. And you see it in her Instagram. She's trying to show it at Warner Brothers, and she's like trying to do screenings to see if they should like switch up the movie. And finally, Blue Fox comes on. And one of the little Easter eggs that I found about Blue Fox with the sleuth community was that Robin Lively, and this is like one that I want to sleuth further. She made a movie with with Blue Fox Entertainment. It's this movie that came out August 23rd, 2021, right? And the same PR guy that she talks about in this phone call in the transcript was the PR guy for Robin Lively's movie. So do you think that they didn't know, like they would have had to know each other because she was involved in the PR for the film? So anyways, that's another little connection that us sleuths found. What do y'all think about that? The Robin Lively connection to the distributing company?
I mean, it just seems like the whole industry is a very small community, right? Like, even if you don't know somebody, you know somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't.
Somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
I mean, when I was a kid, my parents used to tell me, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Who you know.
And as a grown up, I found that to be very true. And I worked in consumer magazines for 25 years, and I worked over and over again with the same people at different magazines. Like there were some people that I worked with like 4 or 5 times at the different because it was a small industry, I mean, there's just not that many people,
You're still gonna cross paths, whether you like it or not.
A lot of people say that it's a coincidence, but I don't know. I just have this feeling that, I mean, if you know the PR guy, you're close to the PR guy. I'm still not sure if Liz Plank and her had a parasocial relationship or if they were friends or not, because I haven't been able to figure it out because Liz doesn't follow her or anything or like any of her posts, but we don't know if like she caught wind and, because the same thing with Rainn Wilson. Claire follows him, but we don't know if Rainn Wilson followed her at one point and then stopped unfollowing her, but because he doesn't follow her. So I don't know if she has parasocial relationships with these people.
I mean, she brings up parasocial relationships, so she must have some type of connection with that. But you know what, though? I mean, all in all, you just take a listen to. If I would never get off the train, the hill. You are not scared of this man. Let's just get that out of the way. How many of you are walking into a meeting with your boss? What's up, Steve? I'm sorry, Steve the billionaire is who you're talking to? That man is. What do you mean? What's up?
And she was super friendly with his assistant. Oh my God, she's amazing.
Yeah. And at least like I'm gonna connect you with Steve now. Oh my God, she's great. Your whole team over here. Oh my God. And again, I said earlier in our live, when you're recording somebody and you're the only one that knows you're being recorded, or even if you walk into a space where there's a camera, whether you like it or not, consciously or subconsciously, you're gonna act in a favorable manner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Claire being the person equipped with the phone, knowing damn well she hit record, and I think that's why she ended up, I have no idea what her normal cadence or what her normal talking points normally sound like, but I think she went above and beyond to talk. Her voice was super clear and made sure almost everything she said was positive or neutral. If you will notice, like nothing she said can be taken any other way than she stayed very, very level the entire time. Because
someone made a really good comment in the comment section about like how her tone was to allow I forgot how they worded it, but it was just so warm, so friendly to try to
weaken Steve
lower the
Sarowitz.
defenses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sort of like,
very...
I'm your friend, Justin. You can tell me anything.
Yeah.
And with the whole, I'll send you good vibes, girl. Don't send me those vibes.
I don't want it. I just know I don't walk into a meeting with my boss that I'm afraid of or scared he's about to scold me or reprimand me or make me. I don't walk in there saying, "What's up, Steve?"
I got a really good point on that. She said she was scared that they were going to pressure her into something different. She went into that meeting and kind of said, I own the IP, so I'm very glad that because I own it, because I own it, I have a voice.
Yeah.
Or I've had a voice that had to align everybody behind it, like has to align with it because she owns the IP. So I'm like, that doesn't go with the whole thought process of like, oh, I'm scared you're gonna pressure me.
They're gonna pressure me to take
the
it back.
The declaration was written by somebody who did not listen to that recording. Like witnesses,
they just let her sign it.
Witnesses almost never write up the declaration, right? Because it's on pleading paper and all that. Like maybe sometimes they'll submit like, this is what I'm willing to say by their own lawyers. But for the most part, lawyers are drafting this stuff up, right? So a lawyer decided to draft this up. And I just want to know, was it the other associate that got the billables for listening to the recording? Because what that declaration says and what that recording was are different worlds.
They're in different worlds. And I actually was thinking myself too, was like, did Claire get independent counsel? Did she talk to an attorney before she decided to jump into this? Because I think she only talked to Ezra Hudson.
And signed something under the penalty of perjury.
Yeah. Downright perjury.
Even beyond like any sort of legality things, it's just like, let me tell you, if you're an attorney and somebody goes, oh, I'm going to jump in with this and I'm going to make these accusations with this and I'm going to use this illegal recording, like, wouldn't you be like, girl, sit down?
Yeah.
This is not a good life.
I don't know that you want to give that to anybody.
What?
Like, if I was her lawyer, I'd be like, I don't know that you want to give that to anybody. I think you should maybe destroy it.
I actually lost it. I'm going to say
like most ethical lawyers would be like, this doesn't sound like it's going to be a good life choice for you. And she's talking to her boss. Okay, we talked about that. And she's very complimentary. And she is aware he's a billionaire and he has a studio and he let her make a movie. And I'm thinking to myself, well, he could do these things for you. You're talking about making getting a theater and a cultural space and all this. Like, make him your friend.
That's who you want.
Make him your friend. To him, he has a lot of money and he is very idealistic and he seems to like you. Why are you doing this to him? He's a far better route to your dreams.
Why do you all think she asked that though? Because obviously she's plotting to get something out of him. Why do y'all think she asked, how did you get into making a theater? Like, was it really for her friend?
Or I have no idea.
Take some, like, to me, that was one of the compelling parts.
I
just think she's a natural opportunist, and she wasn't thinking, well, I can't have this. I can get this from Steve, but I could also get this from Blake and Ezra, and she's not really thinking about the fact that there's some politics involved there, and you can't get them from both.
Well, and maybe not knowing, because at this point, nobody knows that New York Times article is coming down the pipeline, right? So nobody knows that the lawsuit is going to happen at this point. I mean, some people know, but like the outsiders don't know. And to me, it just supports the idea that, like, the one thing I will give Blake in all of this is nuance is where the internet goes to die. So anytime the context is given for these outrageous statements, it doesn't matter. The internet has already taken the headline and the juicy little snippet and run with it, right? A lot of people who I see giving commentary on this case who clearly aren't like in the world are repeating these kind of headliney clickbait things, right? These other women are coming out against Justin Baldoni, and it's like the purpose of filing this declaration, it landed for what they needed it to land for. The PR worked.
Yeah. Even down to
Because
so I have
they can just only hope that those 6 people that end up on the jury are going to be the people who read those.
Yeah.
So really quickly, one other
one
debate
narrative
question.
that is also taking off and not working well for Blake is that everything is a nothing burger. And
yeah, that is true.
There's a lot of build up.
Everything flops.
And repeatedly it's like, oh, that didn't turn out to be like what
okay, do y'all think this one has legs right here? So y'all see this post right here? It says December 3rd. This is when the set wraps, right? So you guys saw in the declaration, she says that he was verbally abusive to her on set, right? We already know that he was there November 17th or whatever, and he was on the set. That's where we see the birthday video and all that stuff. And then there was only a couple days left because now we see that on December 3rd, you know, whatever. He left the set. He was there then. So sometime between, I'm saying, was he banned between November 17th and December 3rd? I don't know, but this is the wrap-up one, right? And then get this. This is the one that like totally had me gagged. Is this post by Justin Baldoni, an icon, a Black feminist author, and a woman who genuinely changed my life, passed away today. One of my best friends introduced me to her book, blah, blah, blah. This is December 15th. So, do y'all see who liked this? Let me zoom in for everybody. Y'all see that? So okay, he was abusive to you on the set. Filming ended on December 3rd, but here you are, December 15th, going on this man's Instagram. Like, it wasn't a comment where she was trying to be nice, because some of the people that were like, oh, the later comments that she liked, there, you know, the one where it was on November 19th, where she's like 5 more days or whatever of filming. You know, she was just being nice to her boss or whatever because he replied to her. This is not that. This is this woman going on his Instagram and liking his post way after she said she was verbally abusive. So let's start with Elsie. Go ahead, Elsie.
Girl.
We know it's a lie.
I mean, I don't, you know what too though? I always say this. I'm a person that if you're using my social media to determine my relationship statuses, you're gonna fail miserably.
Would you go like something of somebody's?
I don't like things. I don't like things ever. So you can never use my statuses to tell. Like I don't think I've ever liked my husband's post on Instagram.
She likes my text messages to her though.
You can't be telling
Britt, you special. That's because you special.
No, Britt is like Britt knows. Britt knows what we got going on. But like I don't like things. I only comment on like actual funny things if I have a funny comment to leave, right? I don't, so I never put a lot of weight. I know people use a lot of social media cues to determine things like who follows somebody, who unfollowed, who blocked. I could not, there are people I still follow and I haven't spoken to in years. I don't have time to unfollow you. I will block you if you're being like a nuisance. But like,
what about an intentional like?
I mean, with this though, you can also say that she's liking the post not to like Justin's post, but to support the author. Because you know what I'm saying? You could give her that. It's interesting
though, like if someone's abusive to you on set,
you would forego, I guess.
I would unfollow that person. I mean, I know that there's like politics and all this, but like, I have no, you know, and I also don't do this for a living. So I've unmutualed people over less.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you think that her liking this post? I mean, I like Eldrick's. She could be right. It could be that she was like, oh yeah, this. Maybe
she's liking the author, the person, but not him. Like after this day, did she like anything else?
No.
You know, I don't put it, and I know people really, really use that as but I don't know that I've ever thought about.
She only tagged him in the some of the Wayfarer stuff, the studio stuff.
The comments are right though. I will have to agree. At the end of the day, while like I say all that to say I don't put much weight behind that, she probably also wouldn't have bothered to be on his post if that went on.
But also keep in mind, like that is like your point of view on it is a little bit different than what's going on in Hollywood. In Hollywood, people get hired based on how much followers they have, interaction, etc. So this is valuable in Hollywood. This is valuable when it comes to your network and who you know.
That's true.
So
Well,
And
some
it does
people said
become-
because they still had to distribute it, that she was still trying to be nice to him. Could
And
be.
Well,
That's
see,
also
that's
a good
the
one.
thing for me
ahead,
is it's like these people a lot of time, I don't think Justin is one of them, but these people have people running their social media. So it's like if you want to suck up to your boss, liking an Instagram post isn't it. Right. And Justin doesn't strike me as the kind of person that's like, okay, who liked this? All 10,000 people. Right. Like he's not going through all 10,000 likes.
But that's also an argument of why she might not have even followed him at that point. She may have already unfollowed him, and at 10,000 likes, that's probably going to show up on your thing anyway.
Especially if it's somebody you unfollowed but didn't block.
Yeah.
Because that happens too. The algorithm will be like, are you sure you don't want to follow them?
Yeah.
I mean, because
I thought this is like a receipt, but maybe not. Y'all gave some compelling different thoughts, because especially the one of the author, and then maybe the fact that she in the comments over here that maybe because she was distributing, or she was still waiting for the distribution of the film. She didn't
Or
want to
you
be
just
on
saying
the
their good graces. But I wanted to give an answer to Clark before I forget, because Clark had asked earlier about whether or not she has a lawyer. And I remember she had said this in her conversation with Steve.
Oh, yeah, let me pull it up.
Timestamp 2916. Let me know when you're there.
Got it.
This is when she's asking about the information for her friend who owns to open a theater because she loves movies. She watches movies to get away from her problems. And Steve talks about the fact that movie theaters are losing money right now. I wouldn't do it unless you had a little extra cash. Then Steve asked, like, does your friend have some cash to fall back on, in bad times? Does she have the money to withstand some bad times? She says, no, not yet. I feel like she was talking about herself, honestly. And then she says, Steve says, I wouldn't do it unless you had a little extra cash. Then Claire gives us a soliloquy. I'll read it. I think, right, there we go. So 2916.
You want me to play it?
Yeah, yes, play it, please.
I got it up.
Just so I don't have to read
I wouldn't do it unless you had a little extra money.
I know. I think for her, it's a dream in the future, but also like she wants to learn how to run one. But that's important to know. Same thing with, that's why I'm like very close to my lawyer for this reason, where I like talking through stuff with her to be like, okay, what is the real meat and potatoes? Same thing with my accountant, right? Or I'm like, hey, how do I actually do this? Like, what's the paperwork? How much will it cost me to keep accounting going for this one project, right? And like stuff like that of knowing the nitty gritty. But I feel like, is there any way I can support y'all for Wayfarer Theaters?
What are you gonna do for Wayfarer Theaters, Claire?
Yeah. A video would be great.
Video?
Saying, hey, so
that's the part that pissed me off.
Yeah. And we're gonna.
What was Claire gonna do for Wayfarer Studios?
What do I need to do for you? Like what? Like so performative. Like you're literally recording the man to get him in trouble. It was that part and the part where she's like, I hope it goes away so people's careers don't get ruined.
She says, I hope it winds down as she says, I hope it's winding down as she's winding it up.
As she's literally. But that's the answer.
Hold on.
As she lights the match and throws it.
Yeah.
She's holding the fuse. Like, wow, I really hope it winds down.
Yeah, here's what she says. I'm hoping it's winding down. But there's a part where she says, before it ruins anyone's career. Let me see.
She's making her Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
Here, look, right here. No. Play it. It's 2537. I hope it goes away to not harm anyone's career. Play it, Clark.
2537.
She's a nut job. The scary kind too. Now, people who say one thing in your face.
And so, not dead, but dead to me. You're dead to me. That kind of dead, but dead to a lot of people.
And look, he even says that's not the world I want to live in. Listen to this.
Because I'm going to spend a lot of money to make sure the studio is protected. But I don't think we'll go there.
Yeah, I hope not. As someone who
that's not the world I want to live in.
No, I hope it goes away. I just hope it goes away, or that people lose interest or realize it's harming everyone's career.
What?
As she's harming their career by recording him and
she's
currently
this is just
hosting her own career.
Snake activities, man.
Those two things set me off. Like everybody who knows me in my show knows I don't really like get super I'm super kumbaya, but that whoo, it lit a fire. I was like,
no, but you guys, like, what do you think Steve felt the day he found out there was a recording?
did he even remember? Like, I mean, he's a billionaire. He probably talks to a bunch of people.
But
I
you
don't
will
know
have
if
to
he even
remember that
remembered
comment.
saying any of this or this conversation or that it was Claire.
He would remember saying, he would remember who he said that Israel Hamas comment to. He would remember.
Maybe.
Well,
Unless
and
he
it wouldn't have
goes
been
around-
redacted. The discovery and disclosures between the parties wouldn't have been redacted. It was just
Redacted, right.
redacted for the docket. So
For us,
he found out
too.
before we did.
He knows. But like in the moment, like if God, like heartbreak, stomach ache, nausea, what comes over you?
I feel so bad for him, like listening to that,
Oh.
like, thinking, oh man, this woman is just stabbing you right in the back while you're being so sweet.
It's
to
like
her.
we're watching a movie. You know when you're watching a movie or show and somebody's preparing
Yes.
something and
I
you
just-
don't know. I'm like,
I
stop
can't
laughing.
imagine the moment where she gives it over to Blake willingly. That's the thing where I'm like, okay, so fine, you came into this and you said, yeah, I'll go record him. And then you had this conversation. I'd go back to personally, I mean, I have integrity, but I would go back to Blake and be like, that man does not hate you. He wants this to go away. Like, I don't understand what your beef is, but it needs to stop because he's not your enemy.
I legit
Yeah.
would have been like, I forgot to hit record. First of all, I'm not agreeing to record anybody. Like that's just violating. It's
Crazy.
violating.
Claire went over there with the voice memo and said, "I hope everybody loses interest and nobody's
Very
career is
soon.
harmed."
Here you go. I'll take my payment
a
now.
little louder into the Apple iPhone. She
And
said,
now
"Is she
the
gonna
internet
own
is
her
taking
performance?
interest in her.
Is she gonna own her performance in the audio?" Said Leo. Sorry, y'all, I haven't been getting into the chat, but I've never had all this many eyeballs on my channel. Elsric got all her people over here,
Oh,
so
stop.
we got like a really lit chat.
Stop.
And
You
it's a
have
little
your
bit
people
faster
here.
than what I'm used to, because normally I read every single person's chat on my shows.
This is a lot of comments though, but
But
typically,
it's a lot of
like,
comments, so I apologize, y'all. But I'm getting to some of them here now. It's is she gonna own her performance? I thought it was funny because earlier Clark waved the CD, and I'm like, you might be able to frame that and sell it later. I don't know. I'd buy it off you.
we could wait and get an autograph when we have our
Wait,
Wayfarer
Oh, you
party.
know what? I'm gonna go to this. I'll go to the trial and I'll get Justin to sign it for me.
Yeah,
I
No,
think
after
that
the
somebody
party.
should get Blake to sign it.
Yeah, you're right. That's the way to go.
Can you imagine if you pulled up to one of her
Thank you,
events and had her
No,
sign it? and
no,
you're
I
like,
got it. I
by
got
the
it.
way,
Do
this
you
is
remember
the
how
Empire
pissed she was
Race.
when she was like, we don't sign that one?
No, print the Empire Waste picture, and then when you see Claire, have her sign it, and then take the thing and say, "Ha ha, I got
You're
it."
gonna do the Thanos of like signatures. You get Blake on one corner, Steve Sarowitz on one corner, Claire, Justin. You could sell that thing for $1 million. You'll be on your way. Oh my god. Wait,
I
maybe
hate that,
you
like,
can
the
get the
comments,
signature at our year
right,
end.
Britt. There you go, Britt. Okay, I don't know how to get the comments just down here below this, but
You click it, you just tap it, and it comes up. I can't do it, but that's the way I've been doing it whenever I've done
it hides Britt's face, so then I got to put y'all.
Oh.
That's okay. It's probably better
No,
for
put us on the
everybody.
side.
Let me
Oh,
just
if you put us on the
remove that
side, it
maybe
hides
there.
Brit's
Okay.
face.
We'll just do it
No,
like
hide
this.
Brit's face. Go back to hiding Brit's
No,
face.
do not hide
No,
Brit's
Brits, we need you front and center, girl. You and
Oh my
Carol, y'all got all did up. I didn't have time to. I was gonna go live because I've been going live on TikTok with my face, and I was gonna go live, but I didn't have no time to get nothing ready. I'm
Right,
butthead right
fine.
now.
Oh my
So
god.
I appreciate y'all for coming all like coming correct. Clark and his little hair, I like it too, all spiked up. We got
No, we
Ellsworth-
love Clark. We appreciate Clark.
Yes.
We're wrapping up here. Yeah.
we're just gonna go through some comments and then wrap up so we can go over to TikTok.
Oh,
Promise them and
We're pulling double duty.
I was gonna say.
I am.
Are you still here?
I was
Can
gonna
you
say
pull
there
up-
is more to come, though. Just in case you know. I
Oh,
wanna-
the unsealings.
the unsealings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great
let's give our final thoughts here and like what's happening next. So Clark, give
Just
us
give you a
the
little
rundown.
preview of what's coming up. Can I present? Can I present?
Yeah, you can present.
Yeah.
You know that little thing at the bottom that says
Okay,
The
here we go.
plus.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, let me see. Okay, here
What
we
says
go.
present to invite, share the
Here we
screen.
go. Oh, that's this one. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I see
So
Clark.
this
All
is
right, there you
this
go.
is
I
the
got you.
this is the unsealing order, and he unsealed, as you can see, 406.2 through 3. He also said he was going to unseal 406.1. So what are those? So 406.1 is Plaintiff Lively's amended initial complaints. which initial disclosures. Hey, Blair, you want to tell us what that is?
Yeah, so in litigation, you have it's called disclosure and discovery. Disclosure is what you have to give to the other side. So it's going to be the legal basis for all your claims. It's going to be computation of damages. It's going to be a list of witnesses and their addresses. And it's going to be a list of evidence that you're disclosing to the other side. People confuse it with discovery. Discovery is what you seek from the other party. So questions, requests for production, stuff like that. So a disclosure statement's going to have every single basis for her claims, right? Here's the legal basis for every single one of my claims. Here's all my witnesses, and then a list of, like I said, the evidence. So that's juicy.
Okay, I thought that was going to be juicy. Now this is the other disclosure, the other unsealing. Plaintiff consolidated defendant Lively's responses and objections to Wayfarer parties' first set of requests for production of documents. Britt, take it away. Tell us what that is.
Yeah, so that's discovery, right? Request for production of documents is what you're discovering from the other side. So you would then respond back either with the documents or you would respond back with objections, right? This is an overreach. This is something I don't have. This is, this is irrelevant to this case. This is privileged information. This, seeks to pierce attorney-client privilege, stuff like that. Typically, objections to discovery are dumb. Like, for the most part, as we've seen with Lyman, like judges are going to let it in more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
So if it becomes a fight, then either, when somebody objects, the seeking party will either say, okay, well, I'll narrowly tailor this request so that it doesn't get into privileged information or whatever the objection is, right? Or you go to the court and you move to compel.
Okay. So the third document that will be unsealed is plaintiff consolidated defendant Lively's responses and objections to Wayfarer parties' first set of interrogatories. That sounds pretty juicy. Is it, Britt?
Yeah. More discovery. Interrogatories are questions that you ask the other side. And so they have to respond under oath.
So this is what Wayfarer asked her.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get answers to that stuff, which will give us a sense of what their legal strategy is too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Plaintiff Lively's responses and objections to Wayfarer Studio LLC's fourth set of requests for
LLC?
Yeah, that's interesting that they added
LLC?
LLCs.
LLC? Like me?
Fourth set of requests for production of documents. More discovery?
Okay. Yeah, more discovery. So it's all her discovery objections and then her disclosure statement.
So this is not actually a new unsealing. This unsealing was asked for or ordered in August, and it seems to have been forgotten. That's all that is it's never got unsealed. And you can look on the docket. It's still sealed. The clerks, when I asked about it, yep, it's still sealed. But unfortunately, the clerk's office can't unseal. That's docket services. So that's an entire different department. So yeah, so they can't do it, but they have forwarded that request to docket services, who says they're looking into it. And that's what they told me today. So I will give them, a day or two, and maybe I'll check back with them tomorrow or maybe the next morning. So I might go in there in person. So
Clark, are you moving in?
Yeah,
the MVP over here, Clark.
Wednesday would actually work really well for me to stop in there. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I feel like you get better response when you go in because you get caught in that maze.
Yeah.
I feel like I met a celebrity from Reddit. It's been an honor. Okay, so I have a little surprise for y'all. I did not see this in the chat. I just checked my phone. There was a comment. We have another very special guest. I know we're wrapping up here, but one of my favorite creators over on TikTok. There we go. Let me add.
We're getting food.
Who do y'all think is going to be? Who y'all think is going to be?
Not actually Golden.
No.
Raven!
It's Raven. I would say that's so Raven. I butcher your name so much. Notorious Raven. They said,
Notorious.
you're muted.
No,
You're muted.
no,
Okay, there you go.
And you're using StreamYard.
How do I make her bigger? Okay, there we go.
I
The
haven't
one,
done
the
it
only.
in a while. That's funny.
You have found your way here?
What's that?
You found your way over here?
Yeah, somebody
I
had
just-
messaged me and commented me like, give Raven the link. And I was like, dang, that was an hour ago. I'm so sorry, Raven.
Yeah.
She's like,
No,
yeah, we're just wrapping
I'm
up, but I
like-
wanted to shout her out. She's at Notorious Raven over on TikTok. I love her Taylor Swift content, Easter eggs. Me and her go manic down the Taylor Swift rabbit hole. Even
a
though
while.
I paused it ever since, I don't know if she's Team Baldoni. I became a Swiftie when I thought she was on Team Baldoni. So I was like going super hard down all them Easter eggs. I even have a couple episodes.
Right. No, I'm in a time zone that like I'm just now getting to a point where I would have been available anyways. So I'm kind of like,
Yep.
it's right
Everybody's
after
saying-
school.
Everybody's saying they want to go to Ghana in the comments. Let's go. And again, I've said this 100 times. Even
Road
if
trip.
I'm not there, no, seriously. My house is big enough. You can buy your ticket and I'll just let them open the gate for you when you get there. You could just say, don't steal anything and then just come back.
I love
My
working
grandma
with
will
kids.
feed you.
I did a lot of work with kids like that, like the same way, like with giving them backpacks. We built a school and a church in Mexico.
Oh,
So
that's
that
so
was like
cool.
something cool. So when I saw it, it reminded me, it gave me like nostalgia of back in the day.
Oh, that's so cool. Like I feel like one of my very first memories of giving anything of mine away was that. So I grew up in Ghana, everybody knows that. But my mom was living here. So whenever she would come, she would bring like new clothes for school, new shoes or whatever. But there was a rule in my house where I couldn't destroy anything or wear it to make it bad. But whenever I got new stuff, or in order for me to get new stuff, I had to make sure my old stuff was in good enough condition to donate in order to get my new stuff. So I took care of my stuff very well. Like I took care of my shoes, my clothes, like pristine conditions, right? And if you don't wear anything, and if it's not your size, you don't force to wear it, because in order for like, say, my mom to bring me a new suitcase of clothes or whatever, I have to give away like a whole one. Like I need to declutter and give away a new batch of things. So I have some pictures I showed on our very first live. For some reason, I couldn't find my folder today. I was going to put it up here. I'm just like skinny. I'm a skinny little thing, like I'm donating like a bunch of baby stuff. I'm holding babies. And I'm like, that's just what my house, like I grew up doing. My mom, my grandma, as we speak, there are 3 kids in nursing school that my mom, my aunt, me, my husband are paying their tuition for. And on break, they live in our house. On break, they're from the orphanage. Like my grandma took an interest in them. So she took them out of the orphanage and brought them to live in our house because they were very good at school. So that's what like my family does. Every couple of years, we find, like if you're really bright with school, we will literally take you from the public education system or whatever and put you in private school. And some end up here at colleges and stuff. I don't ever need you to know I'm paying your tuition. You don't ever need to pay me a dime back. And I don't ever have to come on here and toot my own horn. And that's the one thing I kind of felt weird doing the GoFundMe for, because I know a lot of people have an issue with people crowdfunding because you never know where the money's going. And even I have my skepticism with that. So I've thought about it for like 2 months if I'm going to do that. But I would rather 10 people donate and I take that cash to go buy something for those kids than you buy some stuff on Amazon and another thing that I felt weird doing the last time, I know if I ask you to buy, say, this bottle of water for $3, $3 in my country will buy 10 bottled waters.
Yeah.
So I don't feel right having you buy one backpack on Amazon for $25 when I know $25 in my currency buys 5 backpacks. So I'm sorry, but I'm using y'all. I'm using y'all to help these kids.
Yeah, and that's good because
We appreciate your frugality.
Like I am using
use me
you.
up.
I'm not shy.
We're watching our bucks over here. One of the things I wanted to point out was that the Wayfarer Foundation had to be shut down for him to focus on this lawsuit, which is Steve Sarowitz and Justin Baldoni's foundation. That I'm glad Notorious is here. They did a lot of work for the Native American community. That was one of their specialty, and they also worked with kids too. And so I think it's really cool. One of the videos that I had made after Eldritch had this whole thing going and we did the Popcorn Planet Save the Kid Pool thing was about how, like, yes, Wayfarer shut down, but we're the new Wayfarers. Like, we can still continue this mission through, our own work. And that's what I love about Eldritch, because she's taking this community for good. Because, a lot of the time I'm like, celebrity gossiper number one. I do all kinds of legal stories. Yeah. But it's good to see like the goodness like that comes out of it too. Like we're not just
Yeah.
you're talking about the legal stuff, we're doing something good. So to me, it makes me feel good. I'm glad that you have that for us.
Yeah. And I mean, I would be damned if I don't use my platform to do that. Like, who am I? Like, I'm not shy. I won't come here and ask you, like, I could be broke down bad. I'm not coming to ask you to buy me groceries. But are you kidding me? I used to do this on my own, and now I have however many of you following me. If each person gave $1, those kids are balling. Do you hear me? Like, I'm trying to say I have 25,000 subscribers. If everybody decided to donate $1, that's like 4 bridges, maybe 5 bathrooms I could build with actual flushing toilets. I'm buying groceries for like 6 months to feed some of these kids. I'm not shy. Pay me. Pay me my money.
Supplies,
Oh, yeah, that's the first batch of stuff we did. Oh, thanks for pulling that up.
Yeah, I don't think that my audio works because it's weird.
That's fine. We could just watch the video. And the audio doesn't play. So the reason the Amazon thing is so hard, everything I had to take out of the packaging, right? And those boxes on the wall are still full. And then my apartment looked at me like, girl, why are we throwing away like 500 boxes a day? And I'm like, don't judge me.
But we got him toothpaste,
school
supplies. We went ham.
The backpacks, we got some mosquito bracelets, the books. I mean, I was proud I felt so good. I was like, oh, I'm balling. No, those kids saw their stuff and they're like, are you kidding me? But this Christmas, there one school, they have so there's a separation between the school. There's like a riverbank. If it's not raining season or whatever, it's low tide to where they can just take their
find that
shoes
video,
off.
but let me see if I can find that one.
That would be more recent. They just take their shoes off and trek through there. But if it's raining or if it's thunderstorm, they have to damn near swim, take their uniforms off, hold it above their head and dry. Nobody should go to school like that. And then once they get there, they're tired. Some of them haven't even had anything to eat. They don't even have the shoes to wear. Some just don't have it. So I'm like, I am not shy. I don't care. I will beg. I will beg if I have to. Give me all your money. And we're going to Ghana and we will build a bridge for the kids and we'll buy them food to eat and we'll buy them new uniforms and new clothes and new shoes. And I don't if nobody ever watched a video of mine, I don't mind. But as long as 2 times a year, I could come to y'all and beg for a little cash, I'll do it. I don't care. Yeah. I don't show me the money.
Beautiful kids. The link is in the description, y'all. Yeah. So it's a really cool cause. I think it's super, super cool.
So those backpacks on their back, I individually packed every single bag, by the way.
Yeah, there's another video where I watched you pack them.
Each backpack has a book, like a notebook, pens, pencils. Not everybody was able to get a calculator because not everybody, there wasn't enough. But over 1,000 kids got backpacks with and I made sure I donated to make you guys I was the first one to donate. So when you go, you're gonna see my donation is first up there. But you're gonna see each kid this drive, each kid was able to get a backpack, socks, underwear. It was hard because I was packing it at home. I wasn't sure who would if the girls would get girls underwear or the boys would get boys underwear. So I color coded the bags. So if it was a deep green, all the deep colors were for boys and all the light colors were for girls. So the light pinks were younger girls, the light greens were middle-aged girls. I took a lot of thought into doing it, but it was tiring.
Okay, Elsie, you got to tell people when the deadline is.
Oh, so I'm trying to keep it going till end of November because then it will give me the first 2-3 weeks in December to go to Ghana. I'm going to Ghana anyway, regardless. So if people can donate right up until last day of November, I don't know, November 30th, that's fine. So there's no rush. You don't have to donate today. You don't have to donate tomorrow. You have till all of October and then all of November to donate if you can. And even
after, want to save people.
Yeah, and even after, if it's still going,
pack some lunches.
Yes, what I am gonna do is the Amazon link. I'm gonna do it again, but only for medication because that I can just put in my suitcase. So the last one we did some dewormers and pain medication and antihistamines and stuff, Benadryls and all of that, antibiotics. So I'm going to put that on the Amazon link. That is something, if you guys were to send 1,000 of those, I can bring in a suitcase, I don't have to ship through a container because that was crazy. I was not expecting that many people to support. It was amazing, but I was like, what did I get myself into? And then I found out I had to pay $2,500 to ship it. I was like, it's okay. You're okay.
Yeah, it's for the kids. It's for the kids. So hopefully
good.
it will work out a little bit better. As we wrap up, let me go ahead and plug everybody. We plugged Elsrich GoFundMe. You guys are already on her channel, some of y'all. But if you're on my channel and you're not following Elsrich, what are you doing? Go give her the follow on YouTube. All of everybody's social media is linked down there. Raven, I'll link yours after the chat because I didn't have yours in there.
I'm gonna
also,
add
Sarah,
Ravens
who
to mine
wasn't
now.
here. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I'm gonna add Ravens to my link right now, so they can still
Okay.
find Ravens under mine. Where did it go?
And then Christina, if you're still there, if you can, I haven't seen Christina. Wait, she is there. Okay, Christina, if you can, because I know Laura probably had to go to bed because I have a morning show and she's my mod in the morning. Christina, if you can link Raven's TikTok in the chat too.
Please do,
Sarah,
because
And I promise this all the time, but I am gonna start posting on YouTube. I
You have
promise.
to.
come on, Britt.
I'm gonna start forcing you.
That's what they're saying in the chat. They're like, thanks for visiting the Tubies. I can't believe
I'm gonna
it.
start dragging you here. I've tried to drag you here multiple times and it hasn't worked.
I'm
Why
gonna
don't you
come over.
just-
I mean, I haven't
why
even
don't you
been
just
posting on TikTok really, so I'm doing it.
I think Clark is saying just post your TikTok stuff here, no?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
post your
dude,
I've
TikTok.
started doing that.
I've been
You
messing with
lazy bum.
No, because if there's
You just
if there's
gotta upload,
anybody-
girl.
if there's anybody here who saw my older posts, there's been 2 fundraisers going through my page also. The first one was the Cure for Cade, and they needed to raise $1.15 million so that Cade could make it into a clinical trial to save his life. He literally would have potentially lost all of his cognitive abilities to talk and walk, etc., even possibly think, without getting into the clinical trial. So we had the GoFundMe up on my page, and as of this last week, Juneau, my town where Cade lives, also, they were able to successfully raise the 1.15 million. But as soon as we got the good news, that was when Typhoon Halong hit in Alaska. So we have 49 villages and 3,000 people that are removed from their home, and they're all living in different locations throughout Alaska. So we are going to be needing a lot of support and eyes on this. And because some of these families, they found out originally they weren't going to be allowed to go back until March. Now they possibly won't be able to go back for 18 months. And these are entire families, like people with children, and the children, there's so many heartbreaking videos of the children leaving their home because they've never left these villages before. And now they're living in a community center in Anchorage, and they're in foreign places. They don't have access to their ancestral food, kind of a thing. So we're doing a lot for.
I'll connect with you after this, Notorious, because look, I'm getting all teary-eyed.
Yeah.
I worked with the Ayoub community out in Anchorage for a few years and stuff. And sorry, I get all emotional. Y'all get me emotional. I'll get with you after because I'd love to support that as well. Sorry.
I guess to leave it on a good note, though, Chef Andres, the chef who's been traveling all the world whenever disaster strikes, he is currently in Anchorage. So there's been all of these food donations that there's been a lot has been diverted away from the disaster centers, and they've been diverted to the shelters in the area for the other marginalized communities, because Chef Andres is there on the scene, and I
love him.
Right? I'm like
the cooking stuff. Yeah, he always gets the food going out there.
Yeah.
She's not on YouTube. Notorious, you're not on YouTube yet, huh?
I have been on YouTube. It's just not
does
one.
have one. I know that.
Yeah, it's not one that I'm really active on.
After this,
what am I on? I'm like maybe Raven 907 on.
She doesn't know her
because I said the last time
what are we plugging for you, Britt?
Commit to the Brit everywhere.
Commit to the Brit.
She is such a news
on X either. Eldridge left X. She's got her secret sports X that I don't know about. You know,
everybody knows it though.
Sports community.
Because I made it to Sports Center back in May. My secret X account.
Oh, now you're my hero too. I've been trying to get into the sports journalist stuff.
No, I made it to Sports Center and I got so excited. I accidentally took a screenshot and posted it on my regular Instagram, and everybody found me. And I was like,
how did I not see that one? I must have missed it.
And then I quickly changed my username.
You changed it, girl. Because if you want to come on my sports chatter, we do legal sports stuff, but also we talk about like just regular sports news and like You know, like my next one's gonna be like with the Isaiah Rogers thing. He got some insulting texts. Isaiah Rogers from the Minnesota Vikings when he lost.
Vikings player, yeah.
I guess people, like, went into his DMs to like get like do racial slurs. I don't know. I'm like, he just lost the game. Like, people are mean.
No,
so that's like
I crash out. My sports ex would never see the light of day. I'm a different human being on that account. Okay, you do not.
That's what somebody told me when I was ranting on the Eagles. They're like, that's why you lost all these followers, because nobody expected little CJ to be like, what's going on? Like, fire Petulia.
My sports side quest is scary. As in, like, when basketball is in session, I have a spaces like this. We have a spaces where we do halftime, we do pregame, halftime, and postgame. And when I say I go ham, you would hear my voice and be like, "Is that sweet little Elsa?" I'm a demon.
Oh, we could be demons
I'm
together.
If I'm watching tennis,
you're always welcome. If any of y'all do sports, y'all always welcome. I'm looking for people for this little like sports game show called Around the Horn that I'm trying to make happen.
Which is like, girl, we're not trying to get sued.
Oh no, it's
there is a real Around the Horn. I mean,
sorry, I messed up the name. It's a play on Around the Horn, and I'm calling it Around the Phone.
Okay, because we about to get sued.
Yeah, sorry about that. And it's supposed to be a game show, but I need contestants. So if y'all know anybody that does sports, anyone's in the Ellsrich Live that wants to be a contestant on it, it's like a debate sports show that you get points for your argument, and it's like,
and then you get points taken away too.
Yeah, you get points taken away too if your argument is not good.
If you take my points away, the demon is gonna come out. That's why I cannot participate in stuff like that.
I was just like, Britt is our one of our TikTok lawyers too. So check out her channel if y'all want some of like the legal stuff. Like more in debt. She gets more into the legal stuff. And then what do you want to plug, Clark? Because I know you said he's so humble today. He's like, you don't gotta shout me out. That's okay. Here's the recording. But like, I don't want no autographs, please. No paparazzi. I'm
not a content creator. So
you've been indoctrinated now. You're in.
You're in.
You guys can just
come on my show again.
You guys just call me when you need me to run down to the court, okay, and kick some butt down there. Okay.
Like, I need you to run to New York.
On one of my other legal channels.
Yeah. Any other shows?
You used to work for Us Weekly. I'd love to see your perspective.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He's over on TikTok as Clark NT.
He knows how to butter down the clerks over there.
Yeah, they loved him. They were like, this is $free for you, Clark.
The amount of times I tried to say clerk and Clark in the same sentence today without biting my tongue was ridiculous. I was like, well, Clark went to the clerk and the clerk said to the Clark, and I thought, Clark, I can't say Clark and Clark anymore.
Oh no, we gotta go over to
give you guys something.
Bocce.
I'll give you guys something in an exclusive that I haven't told anyone this.
Wait, Blue Jays just beat Mariners?
Wait.
I haven't told anyone this. The first time that I went in to get the CD and they didn't find it in the filing room, the supervisor said to me, I think that this attorney's trying to hide something.
Yeah.
You're like, please say more. Are you on the record?
No, I'm not on the record. No,
allegedly.
And then
allegedly.
Allegedly. And he sort of realized maybe he did a little bit too much editorializing because he didn't really know who he was talking to. And he was like, I could be talking to the New York Post right now. I don't know.
You don't know.
What did you say?
That out because it's so funny. I was like, you don't even know. He didn't even know he didn't know the attorney.
He didn't know what he didn't know.
Any of the history. I was like, well, that sounds like her for sure.
Did you say you were a TikToker or a citizen journalist?
They didn't ask, so I didn't tell them.
No, but I feel like you should have been like, say more. Say more.
Yeah. He definitely kind of got that look like, oh wait, I shouldn't have said that.
I probably should have.
But you know, Brett, I mean, like these clerks are probably not, nobody wants their opinion, right?
Right.
I
mean, they got one person.
But it is sus that she never filed it in the first place. Like, that should have been filed. It should have been filed.
That's how I sort of knew that it was going to go. It was going to go up.
Clark, please turn your attention to 11:13 p.m. in the comment section.
What is it? Last time, what?
We got another.
That's exclusive TMZ, Clark.
We got Clark. They keep calling you a hottie.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you. That does me good. Yeah,
We're all here for Clark. Nobody
They
else
are.
matters. We're all oh wait, hold on. I got a Notorious accidentally left. Yeah.
No, but
I was
everybody
saying that
loves
we need to
Clark.
go over to TikTok to console Bocce. Bocce's not here, but
I
she's also part of the
know.
TikTok crew. We hang out over there at night, y'all. I will post on YouTube if I'm ever on
Let me see if
TikTok.
she's-
I've been spending a lot more time over there. But we're gonna head over there now. So if you don't have a TikTok, go download it, and we're gonna be over there probably on.
She left live, you guys. We're gonna have to drag her back.
She's probably like sad. Let's drag her back and cheer her up.
No,
I gotta leave loud because I got a dog.
Yeah.
Here, and
Okay.
Yeah, she gotta go.
No
take a
problem,
look.
Clark.
You gotta
Really
go-
quick,
you gotta
I
go
want to
take-
plug Carol before we shut down the channel. But we'll see you, Clark. I'll make sure you come back on the channel.
Thank you.
Bye,
I would
Clark.
love to.
Bye, Clark.
Bye, Clark.
Bye, everyone.
Let's
Guys,
get Carol
docket
plugged in
update.
here before we transition. Carol, docketupdates.com. Plug it, girl.
Oh yeah, just the website is tracking the filings and TikTok content creators' feedback on that. And it's really just to kind of help you digest the information in a way that is a little more I guess timeline connected, because sometimes when you're scrolling, you're like, wait, did I already see that? Or how does this connect with that? Right. So I hope you guys follow it. I post every time that there is a new filing. And as I see TikTok creators post content on it, then I connect their TikToks. And all the TikToks live on the website. So you don't have to have a TikTok in order to see the videos.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so
That's
this
nice.
is where we get. Let me pull it up real quick just to show y'all.
You
what it
guys can
looks
see the recording on there. I will also put that as a link it to the timeline. And we're working with other creators to bring you guys like a court timeline. We're working off of Cassidy O'Connell's YouTube. We'll make sure to give her credit, her base timeline, and adding to that. So you'll see that on there, and hopefully more content to come. But sometimes when there's a lot of filings, it really slows down the rest of the content.
Yeah.
What was it that I wanted to bring up that you had just said that I was like, let me bring it up?
TikTok.
Oh, the TikTok things. Okay, is it under playlist? What is it under?
Latest news on the
Oh,
latest
latest
news. So like if you pull up,
If something happens and we make a video about it,
scroll down to the next one. Go to the back one.
Okay,
Just go
TikTok
back one.
creator. Go back one. Okay.
Yeah, just go back one. Let's see.
That one?
Yeah, that one's fine.
yeah. So whatever videos we make about whatever document, she attached. Oh, girl, why is one eye closed?
What's going on? That was what you picked for the cover.
Yeah, so if anybody made content on that filing, that's where that content will live. And it plays and it lives there, so you do not need a TikTok in order to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's amazing. You guys, I mean, I thought I was tech savvy, and Carol was like, watch this.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so as we go out, Bocce does this over on her channel, and we always do it here. We put some songs on our way out.
Carol, do you have an update on the app?
Oh no, I just started looking into that. I'm looking at putting an app together for the website.
How mad Blake is gonna be?
Yeah.
How many people have seen the site so far? Somebody wants an update. Final thing before we go.
Final count.
Please hit 5K.
Let me see. Let me pull
Christina, leave me alone.
5,500 people.
Yes.
6,300 people now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really great.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you everyone. And I see the Reddit comments about the shop being something grifty. It is not. It is not a real shop. It is just a prank.
I think you should make it a real shop.
I was just joking about that with Sarah. I said it's a joke until it's not, but it was meant to prank someone, and we kept it on there because we thought it was cute.
Do you know how many times I've thought about making fun of Chris and being like, "Hey everyone,
hey everyone,"
yes,
like doing like a little buzz line.
I'm gonna start my
so
shows
for
now,
everyone. Yeah, for everyone in this chat. So Chris does PR takes on headlines, not on docket filings, just on headlines. And he usually starts his videos by saying, "Hey everyone," and he's been actually doing a deep dive of pulling up websites that have to do with this case and checking if there's backlinks and SEO, and he gives his spin on that. So before I had posted this and gone public with the site, we were pulling a prank on Chris and said, "Hey, I made the website live and said, hey, do you think Jed Wallace is behind this?" And that's what Sarah sent to Chris. And he's like, "Well, how did you find this site? I don't see any backlinks." It was just a prank. And then she's like, "Oh my God, add a shop to it and put, hey everyone." And I'm going to say, "Do you think that they're watching you?" And so that's why we did the hat, because originally that was all that was on there. And
you know what you should add though? It's always the quiet ones you got to watch out for or something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, you can do a way of florals.
He also said that he'd host. He told Bocce like, "Oh, you could stay at our like place or whatever."
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, I got on there, and then I self-invited all of us. I was like,
"Yes, he's a great guy, a very smart."
That's what we're gonna say when the trial comes. Is at Chris PR's house.
He's one of those where he like opens the door a little and Bocce is there, and then he opens the door the rest of the way and like 40 content creators are there.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So I want to go out with the song that Elsrich inspired the chorus. Anybody else want to say anything before we wrap it up with the song?
Go to see my last upload because I wrote a song for this whole thing. So you guys can use it for your posts.
We're all songwriters.
Okay, I'll add it on there.
Okay, and I'll use it for my morning show tomorrow, Notorious, because this one I felt like it's about Isabella, but I felt like it applied to Claire too, minus the you wore her clothes or whatever. Who knows? Maybe Blake did give her some clothes. One of the things that we didn't get into was the college thing. I did forget that slide, but I do have a video. And what is it called? Bandera College. What the heck? It starts with a B. What is the name of the dang college? Barnard. So I know that it's a description, but we didn't get to it. And sometimes people are like, "Oh, you never talked about that." My bad. There is a video that goes into the Barnard College that we think that might be what she had gotten was a screening there. But yeah, so who knows? Maybe she did also get clothes or whatever. But I thought that it was pretty compelling. Sarah was not able to make it real quick, y'all. She's over on TikTok under yarn. She usually like she'll be making like little hats or whatever, using yarn to make like little hats or scarves or whatever, and then talking about the case. And like I said, she specializes in like jury selection and stuff. So I'm gonna try and have her back on the show on another time and bring her over here. But I did want to shout her out. We've been putting her link in there. And also DFJ was writing a eulogy, so she wasn't able to come on. She said she might be able to, but she wasn't able to. But also we put her stuff in the description. Make sure you give her a follow. I'm gonna try and see if she can come on tomorrow morning, because she's also been sleuthing with us, and that's kind of who I work with over here on YouTube. I was hoping y'all could meet, because I got like my TikTok family, and then I got like my YouTube family, like all split up. But all right, we're gonna go out with this song, y'all. Everybody got everything out?
Yes,
I think so.
All right, let's go ahead and go out. It's at 1.
I'm actually sad.
You're sad?
Bocce's back crying.
Is she crying? Okay, we gotta go over there.
No, but if you guys are not like legit sports fans, like you probably would think why. Like it's not that deep.
No, I right away was like, we need to go over there because it's big.
It is that deep. It's so sad, especially the way they lost. Apparently, like, oh.
And she also had a deep connection to it because she lost a friend who was a Mariner fan. And she wrote a song about it that's on her profile.
I think she's playing it now. Oh, that's so sad.
Playing it. Okay, so we'll head over after this. I appreciate each and every one of you citizens. Anyone who
thank you for hosting us, CJ.
Super chat.
Thank you.
I'm gonna invite y'all back if y'all want to come back, because I do all kinds of legal cases.
I'm never stepping foot in this get.
Elsrich,
I'm never coming back. I hate it here. Unless you're giving me authorship and I can edit.
Do you have the power to mute her here?
Elsrich,
unfortunately for her, we linked our stream, so I can unmute myself.
Yeah. Elsrich, though, did I put on a good enough show for you? I was all nervous because I was like,
no, you did great.
I've seen better.
I gotta up it. I gotta up my game for the next
I am
one.
completely joking because somebody's gonna take it seriously and start calling me names.
Eldridge
I'm
was so
joking.
mean to CJ.
I'm joking. Okay, honestly, if I'm nice to you,
That's when we have to be concerned.
if I'm nice
Yeah.
to you, you don't ever want to be my present. If I'm mean and I call you names and I call you grandma,
You know what I mean? You
shout
got
out
into
Brett.
it because of the Martin Lawrence thing, and I wouldn't let it go on that TikTok.
Wait, Eldridge, if you're ball busting, then that's your love language.
Never with teeth, though.
Always
Never
with
with
teeth.
teeth.
Always with teeth.
Well, I find it
I
sexy.
wouldn't let it go, and I was like, "You don't know what this is," because we're like different ages, so she didn't really know like Blossom or like things that were older. And me and Raven were going back and forth, and she's like, "Y'all stop it." We kept. She thought that the Lawrence brothers were related to Martin Lawrence. Remember that?
I still don't know who those people are. I'm so sorry. I could see them walking down the street, and I wouldn't know a thing.
I'm sorry to this man.
Sorry to those
my tier list of who it could be with Claire Ayoub and everything. Martin Lawrence and the Lawrence brothers are in there at the D tier, and nobody knew what the heck. And I'm like, oh, that's an inside joke for the
inside joke.
No,
I
not
love
that the
it.
lives
You guys
will be
don't
about
flip
her, but
me.
she's
I'm
gonna be
not
our new
mean.
background
Yeah.
profile photo just to make it look like start something.
The eyes?
Are they talking about Elsie? No.
I can do the eyes.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay, y'all, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. While the song's playing, make sure y'all comment after it because it helps the algo. I will see you guys tomorrow morning on the show where we'll do more deep dives. I'm not sure what it's gonna go on, but it'll be 9 a.m. Same time. As always, we'll see you guys there. And if y'all can go hang out with us on TikTok, we're headed over there to console Bocce. Here it is.
I
Here's the song.
appreciate you for having me. Honestly, all jokes aside, this was great.
Okay.
I have to get my legs
Yes.
back into live some way, somehow, and you might have to kick me in the butt. I know Chris is about to comment in 3, 2, 1. Don't do it, Chris. But
Which Chris is on? Is it Chris PR? Is he here?
no, Christina.
Oh, Christina.
Christina
No,
and
the mods
Laura
have
have
been
been
like, hey,
trying
you
to
haven't
drag
been doing
me back.
lives. I'm
So-
surprised the mods haven't been on your butt.
No, they have.
'Cause
Have
I
you seen my
overslept and I was
DMs?
like, sorry, boss.
They're my DMs killing me. Girl, come back. And I'm like, I can't. I'm literally, my heating pad is on high heat the whole time I'm sitting here.
Well, I feel special because a little birdie said you barely ever do like lives or whatever, like, and you barely schedule because you have other stuff, priorities with like family and stuff. So that's why you pre-record. So I was like, yay, I got it.
No, I pre-record because of that, but also because I'm literally sitting on a heating pad right now, and I've been able to do it for the last 2.5 hours. I shouldn't be, but I can't sit for that long. I'm gonna get up and crack all my bones and lie down. And we're gonna do.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll
That's
give me your
why.
Amazon wish list. I'll send you a little something.
Oh, that's so sweet.
A little spot. Give me your wish list.
Thank you guys for having me, and thanks for coming, everybody.
Appreciate you, Carol. Appreciate you, Britt. Appreciate you, Raven. Elsie.
Yes, and thank everybody who's donated so far. I really appreciate you guys. But you have time, so no rush today. You have till end of November. Gather your coins, and I'll see you later.
All right, here we go. Here's the song.
Okay.
Let me know if you can hear it because my audio was messing up earlier.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear it? Thank y'all. Have a good time.
I don't think we can hear it, CJ.
No?
We're just gonna read the lyrics, honey.
All right, let's just read the lyrics.
Just send everybody to the website and the song.
Yeah,
and they could
everybody at the website. I don't know what's wrong with my audio. I always say it's what's his name? Chappie. He always be messing with my audio because it's always when I have like a guest or somebody. It's weird. Okay, so it says you're not a child, you have your own mind, you're owning the decisions that would never be mine. Your career is no longer up and coming, Miss Claire Ayoub. It came up and came back down. I wonder how the knife felt when you stabbed him in the back. I wonder how you sleep at night. I guess I wanted to believe you were different, but you're just like her. And it says didn't just dress up in her clothes because it's about Isabella, but it says you turned out to be just as cold. So shout out to Claire, Miss Claire, your career is over, Ayoub. We'll leave it at that, and y'all can go listen. All those songs are beautiful. They're written by Bocce. Go support Bocce because she's gonna need it after this loss. This Mariners loss. Let's go stream her music.
Bye,
These are all
guys.
Bocce originals.
Good night. If you're going over on TikTok, I'll see you there.
All right, we'll see you.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Au revoir. Adios. Hasta la vista.
Oh, where do we go on Eldritch? Did we end it?
No, I think we're still.
Okay, mine is still here. I haven't ended it, but whose channel are we going on? So I could just put it in the chat real quick. Oh, Just go on Eldritch's channel and it'll show who's live. It's either gonna be, let me see, Eldritch, Sarah, or Bocce. All right, good night, y'all.